And one thing I'll be curious about is keeping an eye out for things that like have changed since when we last played this. I think the developer had said that there's at least one new like major spell. I would guess probably some maybe tweaked enemy behavior, maybe some new enemies. There's probably going to be balancing of spells and you know how the character plays and handles that kind of thing. So yeah, we'll just play it and see what it's all about and see how it goes. I know the developer did suggest that I start a new game as opposed to continuing the old one, which is perfectly fine. And of course, since we played the demo, I'm not sure the demo character even would carry over, but we shall start. Our new save, that's fine. And here we are, Tom Morello. Okay, probably not. Oh, no, our book is Tom Morello. And yeah, so in the beginning of the demo, we were in this like little alternate dimension where it kind of tutorialified us a little bit. It's possible that that has been nixed in favor of other tutorial things, or maybe we'll do stuff before the tutorial begins. And I think we got musics in the overworld, which I don't think we had last time. I could be wrong. Spell scroll, yes, here we go. Yeah, like I said, I feel like this aspect of it previously was handled in the demo or in the tutorial, like in like the alternate dimension kind of place. And then yes, we have our spell book. So we get a new spell, fireball. Hell yeah! It does tell us about kind of a general summary of what the numbers look like, and then of course as we level up the spell, other things become available. So, go that to our hotbar. So new little visual effect as we're charging a spell. So it works the same way as it did previously, where you press the button. You can move while it's charging. So yeah, when I press the button itself, it locks it in with a little border. Because yeah, you can do the same thing with any of the other spell slots, obviously Q, E, R. But with this one, yeah, so you click the mouse to charge it up. That's when it takes a minute. And once it's charged up, then you can move around freely. Then you let that bad boy loose. There's a geomancy spell to block this portal. Oh, that's right. There's like 3 spell schools, right? We'll eventually get at least one of each. Yeah, channeling the spell. That's right. Yeah. You can also cancel with right click, which is good. In case I'm in a bind and I need to get out quickly, which is nice. Let's go ahead and blast that bad boy down. I think they said there was something. Oh, I guess the blacksmith was the thing that we were looking for, because that was where that spell was. Yeah, I remember this here. This crystal that crashed in this poor guy's house. Let us pay press X to pay respects. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so now we're in the alternate dimension. Portal-like place from earlier. So yeah, this is still in here. This tutorial world, kind of world. And of course, yeah, select the spell first, because yeah, we have nothing selected right now, so if I click, nothing happens. So we got it queued up. We only have the one spell, so we'll probably pretty much always just have it queued up at any given time. There's a cooldown of sorts. After we have cast a spell. That was a new enemy, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember those little skeleton friends. Looks like the currency of sorts, or like the leveling up giblets system seems to work the same. So you kill bad guys, they will drop. Oh my, Spire that. Oh, okay, magically summon Spire. But yeah, as you kill bad guys, they'll drop these little nuggets, little currency nuggets, and you use those to up your to like level up your spells, that kind of thing. Oh, that's right. You go up and yeah, you kind of channel Their corpses. And bam, got a new spell. Ice Wall, it's a hydromancy spell. It can block incoming projectiles. So it would block fire spells, but earth spells, geomancy spells, would penetrate. Like 15 yeah. Well, at least up to level 15 pyromancy spells. Same thing. So we're going to queue that one up. We have a map as well. Oh, it starts us level 5 for that guy. That's kind of nice too. And yeah, in fact, I think last time it didn't. I think the power level. Well, no, let me think about this. I think the power level was defined, but it was a different system. I think the instacast like took further for the fireball, for instance. So I think yeah, there's kind of been a rebalancing. Also got a map. Handy dandy little map there. You get a little heads up as far as where you're casting it, and you can fire past it if you wanted to. Which, like here's a good instance where this will be handy. So it'll block that shit, easy peasy. Yeah, if you wanted to, you could like hide behind the barrier and cast fireballs from it, so long as the bad guys, actually yeah, the bad guys, their fireballs would also be blocked. So yeah, that'd be like a good kind of one-way protection. But it doesn't last forever, obviously. This is no mouse click or mouse wheel. Looks like it's talking about the mouse wheel. No. Now the one thing. Oh, now what I was about to say is that I wonder if there's a way to rotate, and there is, because in the original demo, I don't think there was a rotate feature. So that's actually really slick. The developer answered the question before I could even think of it, because yeah, that was something I pondered last time. Rock throw, excellent. Now this one, I wonder if this will function different. The one from last time, because the last time the rock throw was like a, it would form kind of a barrier of rocks, like four rocks that would kind of swirl around you, and then they would launch. So it fires a single rock, okay. Which I think I almost might prefer, because that's a lot easier to aim. Because I remember the barrier, they would like swirl around you, and they would fire kind of from like a foot or so to like either to the right or to the left of your character, depending on the motion that it was rotating in, clockwise or counterclockwise. It basically like did 3 rotations, and then at the end of the 3rd rotation is when it would fire. So there was like a bit of an offset. So the fact that it's more centered is kind of nice. And then try shooting the rock throw through your ice wall. Sure. Wouldn't have to ask me twice. Ooh, that's kind of slick. Oh shit, I shot something. I don't feel too bad about it. Beep. So to be clear, I think what that did is it froze his ass. Bam. And damaged him. So it takes a bit more work, but yeah, that's like a really safe way to dispatch those guys. And that's one of the big features of this game, is combining elements and combining spells to find weird ways you can like do cool shit. Weird ways you can damage bad guys and protect yourself, all that jazz, which is pretty slick. Which I'll be curious to see what kind of damage this guy does on its own. Also, I do like the little visual effects that pop in and out as you're casting spells. Ooh, that right there tells us, yeah, we can't use rock to destroy rock, because this is a level 11 thing. We would need to level it up higher, most likely. So yeah, I want to see what kind of damage this does on its own. Oh, that's right, I remember this guy, yes. This guy says, I'm gonna hurt you. I'll do it. I'm gonna cast teleport. And then he nailed it. It's the only thing I can cast, man. When your only spell is an earth barrier. When your earth barrier is a hammer, everything's a nail. So anyway, they do have a teleport spell. Scroll thing. Let's go ahead and nix that guy. But there's aeromancy. Okay. So I lied. There's more than just the 3 elements. Right there we got... Ooh, this one looks very ominous. This one down here. It's got the goods. I'm going to assign that to R. As in, reset me back to town. R for teleport. Let's see. Oh, I still have that queued up. Whoops, that was embarrassing. I was like, wait a second. Yeah, I was curious why I couldn't select it. When we get back to town, it fully heals us, which is nice. We can also test our damage out number-wise to see what kind of stuff we're wielding. So fire and the rock, fireball and rock blast seem to do similar damage here. This person will let us level up our stiff. So, oh, that's right, the power stones. Okay, so I'll confess, I actually can't remember what those do then. Because yeah, we don't have any power stones. We just have the little giblets. The one downside with these cool like little visual elements is that the spells, you know, they charge pretty quickly, so it's like I don't get to admire those visual things too often, or for too long, that is. I wonder if there'd be a way to like instead of having them like end, like the visual things end, I don't know if the developer's watching, I'm just kind of spouting here, but like I wonder, instead of having like those little visual cues and the second the spell is ready, maybe have it flash and then kind of fade out, so it's that way like the player and or viewers would get to like get a nice little extra visual flourish there. It's obviously more work, but thinking like, yeah, a way to kind of emphasize that kind of visual nature, because it looks kind of cool. Put the scrolls. So here we go. That's what these guys come up for. So can make things instant cast. Sure. Upgrade. Bam. Instantly cast it, which I think means your charging is instantaneous, but the cooldown is still a thing. I think the cooldown is still the same. The same here. I think this one's already... Oh, okay, yeah, this is what I remember, where you have to like slowly chip away at the cast time. Cannot have its cast time completely removed, right? Or I could save my numbers. I think I'll save them for now. So, sure enough, it's instantaneous, so you don't have to queue them up anymore. So now I'm sad, like, oh, I don't have the visual things anymore, but that's okay, because we have instant casting things, which is pretty sick. And more spells in essence by exploring other areas. Now I remember, actually I don't remember which of these we went to first. I think we were in this one. I don't know if we ever went to this one though. Let's find out. Earth Domain. New music, by the way. Very good. The domain is shifting. Very ominous. Oh, 6 out of 5. Interesting. Pretty sure this is a new area, though. It's new to us, at least. Music is funky. Got that funky chonky. It's kind of cool. It's like I feel like I'm trouncing through the leaves in fall. As a kid, I enjoyed... Oh, I'm poisoned. That's not fun. As a kid, I enjoyed, you know, playing in the leaves after raking them, raking them all together, which was fun. Until one time I remember I was like playing around in the leaves and a spider got on me and nothing bad happened, but I was like, Jesus Christ, like it scared the bejesus out of me because I'm mildly arachnophobic. Oh man, they just powered through that shit like it was nothing. But yeah, mildly arachnophobic, so I didn't Didn't really indulge in that anymore. Now whenever I see piles of leaves, I think, man, that's just Spider City. Just waiting to happen. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those are new enemies, and I think we saw a new spell type, perhaps, or a spell rather. It was like a rock ball that one of these lads threw. And of course, doing the ice strat does freeze ice wall strat, but it doesn't do extra damage. Sometimes when I play games like this, I think about, like, in Pokemon, especially Pokemon Red and Blue, there were some completely overpowered power-up moves. Like Amnesia was insane in Pokemon Red and Blue because it was like 2 ticks of special attack increase. So like 1 use of Amnesia and you were OP for the rest of the battle. It was pretty nuts. But I never used abilities like that because I was always like, I want to damage. Like I want to hurt the bad guy. I want to use every round to cause damage. So like, you know, I see a thing like this. It takes so little time, but in my brain, in my small little hobbit-sized brain, I still have like a limited worldview, and I think like, nah, that's an action that can be used trying to damage bad guys, even when everything's on cooldown and I got nothing else better to do. It's still where my brain goes. Anyway, Thorn Patch. I remember loving this one last time. I think with this one, you can either cast it on its own, or you can, I'm gonna set this to E because I like the spell so much back in the day. You can either cast it on its own. Ooh, it's real slow though. So this is one we want to use the giblets to level that shit up. Or you can light it on fire for like thick damage. That's like, and you can often get multiple ticks with that thing. So it's like thick damage, but if an enemy just keeps bumping into it, it'll get even thicker. So bam. See, they just walk into it, and those guys took like several fireballs and several rocks did earlier. That time they got instantly. So that's satisfying. The other thing though is, I wonder if it would work with the ice spell, because if you used a hydromancy spell, it would make it big, but you can't light it on fire once it's big. I think you can only do like one combination. So I can't make it big and then light it on fire. I can make it big or light it on fire. And of course, making it big with this spell is a little bit awkward because the enemies probably wouldn't be able to get past it. So, but there's other ice spells eventually. Yeah, because I would have streamed it. Yeah, I want to say earlier this year, JD. And of course, the developer for this game continues to make updates. Up until he gave me the retail key, I saw the demo installed on Steam, and I was constantly getting like little notifications of, well, not notifications, but like little heads up indicators of the demo being updated. So what kind of damage does it do on its own? Not much. But yeah, you light that shit on fire and it removes their health. It just deletes them from existence. It's a good time. So, who's this friend? Oh, he's dead. I thought I was rescuing him. Never mind, he's just dead. Rock wall, there it is, baby. So, rock wall being a rock version of the ice wall that we got earlier. So let's try this. There's rock wall. So fire does not block it, or well, I would expect it to block it from us at least, but I was thinking that for us it would like remove the wall. So ice and rock wouldn't necessarily combine in any weird ways. And this is geomancy as well. So geomancy. Oh, would you look at that? Never mind, I'm full of shit. I was about to say geomancy plus geomancy wouldn't do anything, but sure enough, that right there was indicative of the fact that geomancy plus another thing does grow it out. So, which like, okay, I guess it kind of makes sense because yeah, you're adding more of the same magic, so it would embiggen it further. Interesting. Are there other combos I haven't considered? What about... So yeah, actually, yeah, so that means we would more easily grow this bad boy out. So if we wanted the big version, Especially for like bad guys. Because the thing about lighting it on fire is that it burns out quickly. Whereas when you embiggenify it, it lasts for a minute. I think it also slows down enemies when they walk over it. So if there was like a stationary enemy like this thing, for instance, that might be huge. Although it does not seem to do it. Now, it's possible this guy might not be a bad guy. Are you a friend? Normally, when I see something with giant tentacles like this, I don't assume the best. Maybe he's a friend. Get more of these little upgrade crystals. Okay, you seem neither friendly nor angry, so I'll just assume that we're chill. Excuse me. Also, and just a little bit. There we go. Just a smidge. This guy got impaled by thorns. That's awful. Firewall. Ooh, that's sick. Update your firewall settings in Windows 10. So I wonder if that damages in addition to protect. Ooh, yeah, I love using this thing against these lads who are healing themselves. They're cheating. How dare they use their natural abilities naturally? We were talking about that not too long ago, in like when I was playing Oblivion. It's like, how dare bad guys heal with spells that they have normally? It's something that only I can do. Only I'm allowed to, like, you know, cheese the system. Anyway, yeah, to try the fireball stuffs. So it would block incoming geomancy? And block geomancy, yeah. Cannot block water, though. That's delightful, actually. And then can I, like, combine it? Oh, you can't, like, do double up on walls. That kind of makes sense, actually. You can kind of double up on them. You can double up. You can put fire on the ice wall, but you can't put ice on the firewall. That's interesting. Water in the fire. Why? Actually, for that matter. Oh, you can do, like, fire and... Ooh, that's kind of sick, actually. Yeah, it seems like you can do... So it's rock by itself. Can you do rock fire? I think you can. It's a little bit hard to see sometimes. Yeah, it was a little bit hard to see, but I think there was like a rock fire combo happening there. Let's try it out in a second. Yeah, that is one slight downside. Some of the visual kind of confirmations. There we go. Yeah, because we ignited them. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell, just visually, when a combination has taken place. Usually, like, sometimes it's super obvious. Like whenever I, you know, do this spell that I like so much. Then I light that shit on fire. Like, it's on fire. It's super obvious. Can't miss it. But for others, yeah, you have to squint a little bit harder. I should be probably going for the twinklies more often, because the twinklies would indicate... Ooh, twinklies would indicate that there's some neat things, and I like those neat things a lot. Now, does this on its own damage bad guys? Not particularly. Although when you light them on fire, they're definitely sad. Which, honestly, same. Light me on fire, I'm gonna be sad. Also, we're quickly approaching the point where I'm gonna be more choosy about whoopsie daisy with what I have equipped. Now, I didn't mean to bust out the firewall rather, but it actually works out. I'm probably going to be throwing a lot of giblets at getting this guy leveled up, the thorn patch, so I can get that casting delay reduced. Oh, big, like a mini boss. That's actually sick. Oh my god, it's fucking... Oh god, I can't remember, from Breath of the Wild, the rock golems. Oh, Jesus! He's a big scary man's. But that was awesome. I'm glad that they've added like mini bosses. This is sick. As there was, I think, one standard boss previously. So he's probably weak to icy things. So if I do one of these... Which damage was that? It was alright. It was alright. What if I do my favorite? My favoritist of favorites. Bam. Except I messed up the spell. There we go. Yeah, burn his ass. Burninate his countryside. Burninate the village. Of course, we don't freeze him with this. He resists. Okay. Looks like he's healing. What a cheater. Or no, maybe not. He is not healing. I see the little plus sign. He's like... Oh, that guy's healing. We don't want that. Yeah, he just... Oh, whoops. So I should probably be more or less spamming this thing. Although, let's try the Embiggination. Ouch! So it's like... Yeah, we slowed him, but that's really not a huge thing because he doesn't move a whole lot right now. So lighting it on fire is still the pro strat, it seems. Let's try this. Ignited his ass, yeah. Big damage. Big damage, no whammies. Got his ass. He messed my ass up. Oh. Now I can... Oh, it's like I can move his corpse. Oh, Fable, what's up, bud? I did, thank you. I got my haircut like about a week and a half ago or so. Yeah, about a week and a half or so ago. So it is still fairly fresh and recent. Thank you, Fabled, for the kind words. Good to see you, bud. He was guarding Smush Smush, a new Geomancy spell. Let Smush Smush help you. Is this a friend? He will heal when you level him up. That's deeply exciting. Let's put you... Let's do this. I'm going to... I haven't really been using this guy at all. Maybe I should. Maybe I should be using him. But I couldn't find any synergies with him for the time being, so yes. In fact, you might be a special lad. I'm going to put you there. So what do? So I put him there. And he heals me. What a good boy. That's awesome. Because now I'm not... If I needed a heal, I don't have to go back to town. I can just vibe out with this little buddy. Now the downside is that he might heal bad guys too. So I have to be careful about, you know, where I cast this thing. And he follows me around. What a homie. What an absolute homie. So each of these little sparklies is not necessarily a guarantee of new spell, but it'll have something. Something cool. And we like things that are cool. Big fan of those. Of course, he has limited health, so he can get got. So here's a thing. Oh, he like reveals part of the map to me. That's cool. Also, I just tried to cast a fire, apparently. Fireball. So we can see there's bad guys over here. There's a thing right there. It's pretty neat. It's really nifty because, yeah, that tells me that we got some good stuff over here. And of course, I can't look any farther. Oh, I can move around. Oh, I cannot move around. Okay, I can start to move a little bit. Anyway, let's get that good. Let's get that good stuff over this way. It killed him. It killed my boy. Plant that and blast that shit. Yeah, I overuse this spell so often, but when the damage is that good, setup's a bit involved. Not that involved though. It's a couple. It's an extra step or two, but it's so worth. Okay, so with that, oh, excuse me. Oh, you think you're so cool casting rock wall? Like you're just the neatest guy ever? Really, I missed a thingy. Or that was the map flower. I think the map flower is the thingy. Yeah, since we never like, you don't really resolve that one. That one, it doesn't go away after you've used it. Or, oh, I guess I missed this one. Okay. Oh, and you can leave the map. That's kind of nice. You can leave the map out as you're schmoovin'. Now, last time, there was like each domain had some kind of end goal, whether it be a dungeon boss or the next level or something. There was something worth explorificating or something worth reaching in the domains. Also, if you left the domain, it does or if you die, you keep all the juicy things you found, spells and giblets and upgrade crystals, but you lose progress and you're, well, not so much progress, but bad guys would respawn after you leave. So I very much have a vested interest in trying to, you know, one-shot this or try to go back to town only when necessary. We have a heal spell now, so it really isn't necessary. Unless there's, you know, unless we just need to upgrade something. For the time being, I'll hold off. Get ignited. Bam. Bloop. Another one of these things. Reveal all to me. Got some mushroom friends. Got a thingy over here. Oh wait, no, we've already been there. Haven't been there though. We could fight these bad guys. I guess I might as well. We don't have to fight everything though. Although getting them more giblets, I like those. I wonder if there's four. In fact, I think there's probably room for a fourth digit. So we're probably not at risk of maxing out or anything, if I had to guess. What's wrong? Come a little closer. Bam. You too. Hop on board. As their top half of their bodies falls away. Boop. Yeah, trying to like take true advantage of the amount of time that they spend exposed to the burninating fields, and then also get that extra fire hit in there as well for good measure. Up. I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Right, so yeah, I've kind of been ignoring cues. Yeah, there's that big boy. I wonder if I should try to feed him with something, you know? Fire, he doesn't give a shit. Rock, doesn't give a shit. But ice, he might give a shit. Because that's hydromancy. Would it, like, grow him? Or set him on fire. The ethical choice. Nope, he minds nothing at all. Or hit him with Mushroom Friend. Okay, maybe I won't let Mushroom Friend get on fire, though, first. Okay. Is he healing him? No, looks like he doesn't have a health bar. He just casts heal wherever he goes, but yeah, he is not healing him specifically. Alright, here comes that one point where I cast that one spell that I love so much. It's just so effective, man. What's not to love? Another map reveal. Big fan of these things. They're very helpful. Thingy up here, thingy down there. Otherwise, no like obvious like big landmarks to drift towards necessarily. When get these guys is get their asses. Their asses have been got. Asses acquired. There's the map reveal. Or Mapo Extendo. So at this point, there's not a whole lot of upgrade things immediately known. I just missed the spell, Alex. It's fine. But still more upgrades and upgrade nuggets to find and giblets. Upgrade crystals, I think, is the more appropriate term. Just wasting these fools. Now, oops, I should not be like solely paying attention to the map. Here we go. This looks encouraging. Ooh. If I freeze your asses, you'll resist. Hey! Light it on fire. Oh, since they're floating, I wasn't sure it was gonna work. But actually did work. Also, they're corpses. You can play with them. Yeah, I wasn't sure it was gonna work on the floaty boys. I'm not complaining. So with that, Sky Castle. Ooh. No. No, I'm going to... Well, you know what? In the... Maybe it's different now. In the demo, like I said, it would kind of reset progress. However, given we know in the bottom right-hand corner that's where this is. Let's give the Sealed College a try. And yeah, see what happens when we go back. Because I have the ability to upgrade many things, and I should. There was something like about what would happen when you upgrade this guy. I can't remember. What I definitely want to upgrade is this guy. Bam. And I get him to level 5. Okay, level 5 is as high as he goes. Okay, I'm just thinking of spells I'm using frequently. Yeah, I was gonna say teleport probably wouldn't really need to be upgraded. The walls are already upgraded as far as they can go. Yeah, we'll upgrade this guy. I mean, I don't really need more. I don't really need better healing necessarily because you can always cast him multiple times if need be. Seems like level 5 is more or less the max. So that's pretty sick. So got things upgraded level wise, and then cooldowns and such. Do we upgrade more? We cannot. Okay, so once it's instantaneously cast, then you're good to go. So 5 and then 10, 15, 20, yeah. So that's not terribly surprising. I want to remove the cooldown a bunch because I abuse the crap out of this spell and I love it so dearly. So the cast time. Yeah, but it's getting expensive. Oh, good number. Very good. So that one's already instant. That's instant. That guy would be maybe kind of nice to upgrade if we could make teleports quicker, but I don't really think it's worth it necessarily. Make that one faster. Should probably like not go super crazy with this, but as much as I want to, I should probably save some for later. All right, I'm cutting myself off. I'm getting ahead of myself. So now this thing's like real fast. It's a lot faster. It's a lot faster. So if we go back, did it remove all the bad guys? Or I'm sorry, did it respawn all the bad guys? And if it did, then I wouldn't be too bothered because we know exactly where the portal's gonna be. Probably. We probably know. That is assuming it didn't like re-randomize it. Because it did say the domain is shifting. That could mean, you know, it's a different ball game. Just we upgraded everything. Oh my god, well we're instantly murdering them. Whoops. Yeah, the damage is significantly higher now. Ooh, now what Dismouth do? So, earth, fires, and my only water spell. We get. Oh, makes me happy. So it's another healing spell. It's a fairy healing spell. Well, I'm fairly excited about this. I know that the pun was not the best. So it is. So actually, hold on. So yeah, well, I thought this was also. It is Geomancy. So we have 2 Geomancy healing spells. It's real fast. Oh, I realized I don't know what I'm doing. Unless it is. Well, hold on. No, it didn't heal me. Hold on. Hold on. Let me read that again. Oh, it's a shield. Block project. I'm an idiot. And when you block projectiles is when it will spawn. Okay. All right. I got you. And but however, that being said, I think the layout has changed. I think the domain, like they said, truly has shifted. So it is no longer in the bottom right-hand corner. Right. So, all right. So that is still the case then. And so it's a bit of a trade-off then when you leave to upgrade and whatnot, is that it will reset your progress for that domain and kind of scramble things around. However, we're much higher level now with the damage we can do. So in fact, so we can't quite instant kill, but we can much more quickly kill. So that's pretty cool. And we still have the big guns if we need them. Which is to say, sprout the little thorn patch and light their asses on fire. So we do have that option as well. Endo, what's up, bud? Oh, no, it's okay, Endo. No, that's the one thing too is, yeah, a lot of times I'll think, when I'm like talking time zones with somebody, I'll kind of think like, oh yeah, I'll think like, you know, like when I say 8:30, 7:30, in my mind, I'll sometimes just think Central Time, but I don't always clarify when I'm speaking to somebody, just because, yeah, there are obviously different time zones across the board. But so far, I'm enjoying the new update, bud. I like the little eyeball flowers. The new spells are fun. There's several new spells. I remember at one point you were saying there was one new spell, but I've seen like many new spells. So it's very nice. Yeah, courtesy of Endo is the developer for this game, and it was because of this kind gentleman that we got this the key for this cool game to check out. And we did see the portal to like the next level, the sky domain, but I got scared. I got scared because it said there was gonna be level 10 enemies, and I was still rocking level 1 spells. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to town and upgrade. So I got my stuff upgraded, and now we're looking for a big man again. Now, what is this big friend? The moss on his eye almost looks like he was sad. Although he was probably a terrifying bastard, so maybe it's for the best that that he's how he is right now. 20 new spells, Jesus Christ. I'm not terribly surprised. There's the portal. That there's a whole bunch. I'm gonna grab these next couple of things real quick. Then we'll check the portal and see what awaits us in the sky domain. Excuse me. I am simultaneously excited and a little bit scared to see what awaits. Bloop. Blam. Yeah, those eyeball flower things are super nifty for instances like this where I'm looking for a certain thing. All right, these big dudes, these big boys. Yeep. Resist this. Oh my god, it is so delightful. How sweet it is murdering the shit out of these guys. Boulder drill. Oh my. Interesting. Instant cast at level 30. So it takes a minute to get that leveled up all the way. I want to see what this looks like in action. Oh, that's a spell they were using. That makes sense. And it's like it spawns a turret, from what I can tell. Like it fires off a couple times and you can move independent afterwards. So if I were to say, if I was schmoving, I cast this here and kept moving, yeah, it would continue to fire. And I'm guessing that as I level it up, it would do more damage. Enter the Sky Castle and prepare to get murdered. New music, by the way. I'm digging the new tunes. It's a nice touch. Oh my gosh, we have like 3D modeled things in the background. That's a nice little surprise. It's a 2D sprite-based games until you get the little 3D models in there for good measure. Which reminds me a little bit of Bomberman 64, the second attack. This is the Horizon, the Sky Zone. Same kind of, or similar kind of vibes here. I'm digging it. Whether that was intentional or not, it tickles my nostalgia bone. We got fast. And we've already seen these mofos. So these guys are not news. They do get hecked. Not hecked enough. We're gonna hit you with your own stuff. Okay, it's not gonna do much damage, but we're gonna hit you with it though. Yeep, he's a Beyblade. Let her rip. Oh god. Now get over here and take damage from that, please. Oh Jesus. These Beyblades. Need to calm their titties down. Get over here. It's scary too, because when you hit them, whoops, it makes them bounce around even more. Not too much in that case. There we go. He's out of there. These big guys are not too bad. But the Beyblade boys are a force to be reckoned with. Especially because they tend to not... You know, I wonder if freezing them would be nice. Eee, I'm scared. Well, hold on. How much damage did that truly do? Oh, he fucking destroyed that thing. With relative ease. With relative cheese. Let's try that again, though. Yeah, I wonder what kind of damage this does. Freezing them is quite effective. So that might just be the way to deal with these bad boys. Scattershot, oh my. That sounds dope. Confess, I actually haven't used Life Shield a whole lot. Let's see, that was Pyromancy, right? Yeah, so... Let's try that instead of this guy. They like seek out bad guys. Yeah, get his ass. Oh, that's actually pretty sick damage. Not half bad, not half bad. Whoops, that was the wrong spell. I panic clicked. Come to Butthead. Oh, or don't. Yeah, just chill, it's fine. Aye! And when you get hit, it does cancel any charge ups you were doing. I like the little floating castle pieces. It's a good touch. Get over here. They're too smart, man. They know what I'm doing. They can smell my intentions. Oh, I think hold on, is their corpse hurts you. That is good to know. I gotta heal up. These guys don't mess around. Yeah, I might even have... I might just have this here instead of the teleport. So R for really need healing. R for are mushrooms able to help me? And the answer is yes. Yep, pretty generously too. Thank goodness for this little buddy, because doing this in a kind of a straight shot without any heals would be an impressive challenge. Little nuggets. Fireballs deal. I'm interested. So let's try that. It's a barrage of fireballs. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty slick. Takes a minute to recharge. Get him. Get him. Yeah, fuck him up. Yeah, it takes a minute to charge up. Yeah, so of course I don't have it leveled up very high, so the damage is not the bestest. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete against this thing that I've max leveled. Still though, it is impressive. Yeah, this is still my baby. My baby thorn spell. No thank you, Beyblade. Yeep. Okay, I was gonna say I need that recharge. Oh crap, that one. He stole over the thorns. Ah! Oh, my shit's too slow. That's okay. Ouch. I need to be paying more attention to my health because that was quite a bit. I think by the time that had all resolved, my fireball was already ready. Yeep. Spells are so fast, sometimes I don't account for them, and I don't lead my shots properly. Ignited. Bam. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty good little cache of crystals. Oh boy. All right. Means I gotta heal. I don't know what this is gonna be, and I'm scared. Get close. Snuggle up close to our buddy. Got them heals. All right. Any other places I want to check out? Yeah, sadly, there might have been more the other way, but I'll just assume we've already seen what we needed to see. The demigod Ion or Aeon? Well, that sounds nice and scary. I hope he's susceptible to burning patches of grass, as that's my specialty. Here's a big boy. I don't think that's the big boy though. Oh, damage is sick, by the way. We fought one of these earlier and my damage was baby numbers, but now we're the big. I'm a big baby today. I regret saying this already. Regrets were felt on this day. That guy going, bam, bam. Fuck him up, get him, yeah, get his ass, yeah. It takes a second, you know, it takes a second for them to do what they need to do, but once they get it, the getting is good. I like how the corpse remains. Yeah, I want you to stand still so I can light your ass. Your entire ass. Oh god, he lit my ass. Oh, is this still a thing? Now, are there other combinations I should be trying? Is this would probably, like if I combine this with Ice Wall, for instance, it would probably shoot several icicle things. I haven't found any other hydromancy spells yet, and I'm hoping to get more of those fairly soon. And also this tab makes me excited, a little bit scared, but mostly excited. Just because I see a mysterious tab with a skull in it and I go, oh, what could that possibly entail? And yeah, for that matter, maybe even more of this, which will, let's think about this. The aerology, I think. Yeah, I think the teleport's the only aerology spell that we have right now, but it's certainly possible that there could be more that came from. But yeah, that skull one though, it's like, ooh, what kind of scary things could that possibly entail? I'm very excited. It's not what I meant to cast, but actually that works out because when we're further away, that's when I should be toying with these spells. And once we get them upgraded, then they'll be able to be even scarier. I'll be able to kind of stand up a little bit better to the other spells I've been utilizing. Because, I mean, I use this so often because it's max leveled. Here, I'm going to actually... Oh, except they just break through like it's nothing. They cut through it like butter. Cut through it like it's nothing. Oh, I see you trying to cast your buddy. He's out of there, but we have several of these. Now, earlier, one of these was genuinely frightening. Actually, I'm gonna get my own little buddy out real quick because I'm at precisely half health, which makes me a little bit frightened. Yes. Oh my god, that is so satisfying. Oh, my homie took the hit for me. Well, I don't know if he really took the hit for me, but he definitely took that shit. Yo, get his ass. Yeah. His ass has been got. Love to see it. There we go. Tremor, new spell unlocked. Babe, wake up! New Earth spell just dropped. Oh, that's the thing they do. Yeah. That like fissure effect that like goes out in a wave. Best believe I definitely want to check that out. Oh, you can move the map. That's kind of nice. So, oh man, there's all these spells I want to play with, man. I feel like it is worth my while to keep some kind of wall spell and or some kind of ice spell. So I'll keep that there. And of course, I use 1 and 3 so often. Let's try. I do like the homing aspect of these guys. So it's a little bit slower than theirs, but I bet as I level it up, they get nice and fast like. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. Oh, I was too close to the wall, to the edge. Close to the edge, down by the corner. I want to. Oh no, I've put myself in a weird position. Oh, and there's Alias. Thank you, Alias. My goodness, that's so nice. And Alias just rated us, just the other day actually, like just recently. When did I last stream? I guess it was Monday. Well, thank you, Alias. That's so very nice. We got Viking. What's up, Viking? I recognize some of these nice people from the Noita community. Now, actually, I have Alias to thank for introducing me to this game, because Alias streamed the demo for this game, I want to say earlier this year, or maybe it was late last year. And I was like, this game is pretty neat. And then the developer reached out to me and was like, hey, you're a streamer. Do you want to check out this game? And I was like, sure. So he sent me a key for the demo. We played it. It was great. And then he reached out to me again. He was like, hey, man, I got an update. Do you want to check that shit out? And I was like, I do. I absolutely do want to check that shit out. And here I am checking that shit out. But yeah, again, I have Alias to thank though, because yeah, he was the one who first kind of showed the game off. I was like, this game looks dope. Alias is one of the many premier Noita streamers, speedrunners, and like theory crafters, also game developer. He's working on his own game. You can see little snippets of what he's working on his Twitter profile. But Alias is a verifiable badass of this game. Veritable badass rather of this game. I'm sorry, of Noita and of this game, but especially of Noita, because that's like what a lot of people know him for. Like I said, he's branching on other stuff though, which is always really impressive. He's a very talented and multifaceted streamer. Playing some Rain World. He plays Rain World. Let's see, what else does he play a lot? He plays I've never seen you stream it, but I know you've mentioned Kenshi. One of these days I'm gonna con him into playing RimWorld. I'm gonna fool him into unknowingly playing RimWorld. He'll have no idea. He'll be like, God damn it, Alex, how'd you trick me? And I'll be like, it'll be great. But anyway, no, Alias is great. We're all big fans of Alias here. And and Viking, oh, did you raid Alias? Oh, so like it was like it was an inadvertent double raid. Yeah, Dr. Cran, yeah, I was doing some Rain World tonight. What a Steve Blind, totally understandable, Alias, yeah. Yeah, because this is new content. The developer was in the chat a little bit earlier, and he did mention that this game, that since the demo that we would have played back in like, again, earlier this year, maybe late last year, he's added at least 20 spells since. So there's a lot. There's a lot, and that's a good problem to have. A good problem to have, like a lot of cool things. New enemies, new domains and spells, or well, yeah, spells, not really enemies is what I meant to say. Including these little Beyblade bad boys. Yee! That make me nervous. Here, we're gonna, actually, speaking of new spells, we got that guy, which I think I missed almost entirely. I like this one, even though it takes a second, the homing aspect is pretty neat. However, I'm still a fan of spamming the crap out of this thing, because it's so good. The thing is, I leveled it up all the way, so that's why it's like doing such darn good numbers. But by the way, thank you again to Alias for that very, very generous raid. If anybody from Alias' stream has any clips, or if Alias, if yourself, if you're still listening in, if you have any clips from the channel, from the stream that you want to share, or any like things that would be worth plugging, I like Alias is such a nice guy and he's helped me out so much. And again, for anybody who enjoys games like this, or if you're from the Noita community and you enjoy Noita and enjoy watching people who are super knowledgeable, people that do ridiculous speedrun streams. He did a stream over the weekend where he tried to get as many dubs in a single sitting as possible, and I think in like 11 hours or 10 hours he got 69 wins, which is the most searing hot meme I think I've ever seen in that game. So yeah, Alias is a badass and we're all big fans. Yeah, the Seed Climb stream, the one on Sunday, yeah, I think it was Sunday. Because I was sad, I had to miss most of that stream actually. But I watched some of the VOD for it. It was a good time. Oh boy. So what's this? I see there's a few little pedestals and also a teleport. This teleport will probably bring us to the boss. But I'm curious what these things are. So I can light the fire. I wonder if it's the same order as last time. There's fire. This one was rock. Actually, maybe I got it reversed. Well, maybe I got it. We got a shield. Now, this might be the spell I was thinking of previously. Oh, no, it's different. Okay. Sand engulfs. Sand. The protective power of sand. Let me heal myself up first. Summon a friend. For anybody just joining, by the way, from Alias's raid, this is Scholar of the... Scholar of the Arcane Arts. In my brain, sometimes I start to autocomplete and say Scholar of the First Sin, which was a Dark Souls 2 update some time ago. But anyway, Scholar of the Arcane Arts, play this mage lad, and we have a bunch of spells, and so much of the gameplay is not so much focused on spell casting, but combining the spells in clever ways, and inadvertently you will gravitate towards certain combos that will be your favorites, most likely. My favorite is place down a patch of dirt, or not really a patch of dirt, patch of grass and vines, then light that shit on fire. We don't sustain damage, but bad guys do. It does really good damage when you level it up, like I have. But there's other things too, and in fact, since we're getting more spells, I still want more hydrology spells, or water spells. And I'm curious about this thing, so let's see what this looks like. So protects the caster. Oh yeah, sure enough, I got like a swirling little sandstorm by Darude following me around. Very nice. By the way, I missed AK's comment, but yeah, the Rim, yes, yeah, Alias's Rimworld streams. I don't know if he's ever actually played Rimworld. I remember him saying that when it comes to games like Rimworld, he's more of a Kenshi guy, which, understandable. Kenshi seems really cool too. But I very selfishly prefer Rimworld because that's the one it's the game I've played the most on stream. So because of me and only me, I keep holding out hope. Like sometimes I'll be watching Alias and he'll say, we're gonna play some Rain World, and my brain will mishear and I'll go, oh, I'll get excited. So maybe one of these days. So like I said, no, that's a good spell. There's a boss battle coming in hot, and I'm a little bit afraid of what that will entail. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch some things around. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to assume that if this is a boss battle, that ice might not be necessary, but some other protection spell might be nice. And that's where this life shield comes in hot. You can block projectiles with it. So we'll see. I don't know what to expect. I'm a little bit scared. A little scaredy cat, but that's okay. See what awaits. What's up, one-legged duck? Yes, that was precisely the incantation of 74th. Glad the spell worked. Shoutouts to, oh god, oh dear sweet merciful Batman. That was very scary. I like the juxtaposition of, oh god, of like sprite-based things like this, but also 3D models coming in hot. Oh boy, he does a not small amount of damage. I need to light your ass on fire, then I need to get my own heals. Oh, or I could protect myself. It's probably what I'm gonna need to do. Except, oh, I think I put the spells the wrong way. You know what? Let's see if this works. Does it block it? It does not. Okay. Oh boy, I need those heals. Yee. But my heal buddy got murdered. Oh, and I'm gonna get murdered. So, I gambled and I lost. As far as like what things to be prepared with, I should have brought, I mean, I guess I could still switch it out, but it's scary switching out on the fly. Yeah. Ooh, it's scary, man. Yeah, Ion's a big scary guy. So, yeah, switching out on the fly is tricky because the action does not pause. So, that earth thing that's getting us, I think, let's see. I think we need to level up the fire. Oh, wait, no, we can't level it up because it's already max level. Wall of fire that can block projectile. Yeah, so it would, so fire, like some kind of fire projectile, or I'm sorry, some kind of fire barrier would do best at blocking earth projectiles like that. Yeah, that's an accurate depiction of Ion, who is a big, scary thing. Yeah, it's kind of like a almost like a rock, paper, scissors. It's kind of a Pokemon attribute or Pokemon element kind of system here, where certain spell types are more effective against others. So yeah, so the firewall would be our best bet. I meant to give myself yeah, this guy. I must have switched out unknowingly. I think that's exactly what I did. Yeah, I forgot to actually switch that out. That's what I should have done. So it does... Of course, it's only for 4 seconds. However, we're in a place now we can upgrade these things. So, of course, we did lose some currency, but still we got a good amount to play with here. So as far as things that could defend us maybe a little bit better, my theory would be either firewall, which we cannot upgrade further, or this guy. And I'm gonna hedge my bets on this guy. And we got it to level 5. Okay, so that's good. And that's of course as high as it can go. I could upgrade a few things a little bit. Like this one could upgrade by 1. Sure. Need one more. Wait. Oh, I'm a dummy. You need one more. Not you need one. Okay, so maybe none of them cost 1 to upgrade. Okay, yeah, so never mind. So that's it for that person, for that lady. Now we can also work on bringing some cooldowns down. It'd be nice. Oh no, it was more than 2.5 seconds. Maybe it's when he dies. The mushroom friend. Cause yeah, that's a there we go. Cooldown 60 seconds. Okay, so I misspoke. It's not that you're lowering the cooldown, you're lowering the cast time. Which is still good, but that cooldown is that 60 seconds is a long time when you're in the midst of a boss battle. Now I could also try this thing. And maybe I should have. But the problem is you stand still. So you're kind of locked in. So when you're blocking projectiles, that's one thing. But yeah, I think that's probably what I need to do though. I need to have I need to have both of these things available along with the healing. Yeah. That's probably what we'll need to do then. The other thing to consider too is they were casting earth spells at us primarily, it seemed. I don't think there were any like fire spells. Maybe there were, but it seemed like it was mostly earth spells. And I think earth things would be weak to water, if my calculations are correct. So rock wall. And I'll block pyromancy. Oh, okay, so I guess they would be weak to fire then, I guess. I was thinking ice and water would erode earth and rock. And not block geomancy. Okay. Well, of course, and the thing is, you only have the one hydromancy spell. But still, if we place that and then do like a rock at it, it would be like a rock, an ice rock, which would be pretty sick. Oh, I never actually messed with this, did I? Upgrade. So we have quite a bit. I'll go and lower the cast time for that guy by quite a bit. Lower the cast time for this too. Lower the cast time for that one too, but this one, 2 seconds. That's not a small amount. Let's just lower that as much as we can. Okay, good enough. Jump back in. Surely we can find the portal again, though. Interesting when it says 6 out of 5. It's loading for a second there. Boom. Excellent. But yes, since we found the sky domain, now the other thing is there's that other domain entrance that we've not explored yet. I think that was the one we explored in the demo, so I'd imagine it'll look fairly familiar, but I kind of want to keep plugging away at this one. I'm fairly confident we can get this shit if we use our minds. Is a scary prospect sometimes, but oh, it's because I switched the upgrades around, or not upgrades, shortcuts around. Yeah, I had the rock throw set to this slot here. So I need to get used to that. That it's 1 and 2 now. I was thinking, oh, this will be more obvious for me. Oh my goodness, Endo, thank you for that. Holy moly, that's so generous. Here, I'm gonna be quiet for a second. To really savor that saxophone. Thank you, Endo. Dude, that is so nice. Thank you very much, my friend. Holy moly. That is so generous. Thank you for sending your Discord over, and thank you for the very generous gift sub bomb. That's so nice. There's a number of streamers that I follow where whenever somebody gifts a 5 sub bomb, they call it a high five. So a high five incoming. 3, 2, 1, and bam. So anyway, thank you, Endo. That's so nice. Thank you for that gift sub bomb. That kind of thing is not at all expected or anticipated. You've already done me a solid by giving me a game key, a retail key for this cool game to show on stream. So I appreciate you, man. That's so sweet. That is very, very kind. Got one for Alias. That's right, man. That's so nice. Got one for Symphonic. What's up, Symphonic Destruction? Yeah, we're all big fans of Courtesy of Endo. We have him to thank for that extraordinary generosity. We also have him to thank for this cool game we're playing. So, you know, so much of the content for the stream is being proctored by this man. So thank you. That is so nice. Well, I always try to clarify. I hope people know that you never have to buy my admiration or my affection. You get that shit for free. Whether or not you want it, I'm gonna admire the fuck out of you just by virtue of being here. It might be like, whoa, Alex, I don't know if I want this affection you speak of. Too damn bad, because the fact that you're here is awesome. But thank you. All jokes and memes aside, and Endo, that is very, very sweet, and far above and beyond what I would ever expect from anybody. But that is very kind, very, very kind indeed. I mean, Endo's, you know, thinking about it, man, he's a busy guy. He's an indie game developer. That shit ain't easy. Game development in general is a nightmare. And I probably sound like I'm, oh, are you speaking from experience, Alex? No, I'm not. I am a software developer, but I don't have the acumen to do game development and not have it destroy me. I don't think I have the, I don't know if I have the makeup to be able to handle game development. That shit's intense, and when you're an indie dev, it's all on you. You don't have a big fancy publisher to, you know, help pay for things and help guide things along. It's all on you and or your small team. So it's a lot to imagine. I've watched many a documentary or like making of, like behind the scenes kinds of things about game development, and so oftentimes things can so easily go awry. Sometimes it's like, fuck man, how do games get made? How does any video game survive game development? Shit is redonk. Still in the room? That's excellent. Some fun destruction. We're playing some like I said, this is the newest update for Scholar of the Arcane Arts, the game that Endo's working on right now, and having a pretty nice evening. I've been playing a lot of Oblivion as well. We started our first Oblivion playthrough ever, or my first Oblivion playthrough ever. I shouldn't speak for others, but it's been my first playthrough ever of Oblivion. I've played a lot of Morrowind, but I've never played Oblivion until I started this playthrough. I guess I first started a few weeks ago. I think level 7. We're a few phases in to the main quest, although I've mostly been focusing on side quests. Did some Mage's Guild stuff, did some DLC quests as well. So I in proper Elder Scrolls fashion, I've been, you know, bouncing around and getting distracted by side quests. But that's been the main thing I've been streaming. But happy to you know, take a break from that to focus on some cool indie stuffs. And this is a pretty cool indie thingamajig indeed. In fact, I realized I really haven't done a lot of indie game streaming in a while, so it's kind of good getting back into that, because like a lot of us, Noita is a game I've played a lot. Not nearly as much as Alias and some others, but still, I've played it a whole bunch. It's the I think third most game that I've streamed. Also took some damage there. I'll get the heals after we get in the Sky Castle. So game development isn't too bad. I just cry and drink a lot. Honestly, that tracks with what I've heard. With what I've heard and what I've seen. Get them heals in there. Taking a chance on a randev. Hey, well, the thing is, Endo, you're a cool dude, and I can tell you're a cool dude, and I knew from the get-go you were cool, and that this game was neat. Well, of course, I saw the game first. That was one thing. But the fact that Alias was playing it, I was like, all right, Alias knows the good shit. Like, if he's playing a game from a game developer... In fact, he's said on stream before that, like, he doesn't really do that kind of thing very often. He doesn't do, like, the thing where, like, an indie game sends him a game code, and he'll, like, just stream it. You know, blindly or haphazardly on his stream. He said he used to do that like all the time, but he's been more choosy in more recent years. He doesn't just, you know, throw that out willy-nilly nowadays. So the fact that I remember him saying that, but he was also streaming your game, you know, in that same stream. So I was like, all right, that means I can trust Alias with like the good recommendations, you know, the good kind of more or less endorsements, if you will. Not really an endorsement, obviously, but still the idea of showcasing a game on your channel. There's kind of an implicit. An implied endorsement happening there. So when I saw that on his channel, I was like, oh yeah, this is legit. So I have Alias to thank for making that connection happen. I play Skyrim. I've never played Skyrim. I'm such a weirdo. I've only played Morrowind until the playthrough I'd recently started happened. I'd only played Morrowind, and I've played a lot of Morrowind. Here's the 4 boulders spell. By the way, that is exciting. But yeah, I've played a lot of Morrowind over the years. I've actually made mods for Morrowind. I've made 3 mods that I've used a lot when I was streaming it as well. Because when I streamed Morrowind, I did just a casual playthrough, but then afterwards I sought out a bunch of mods that already exist on, I think Nexus Mods was the website I went to. And then I also made some mods of my own with the intention of using this combination of modifications to make the game more of like a randomizer or a roguelite, if you will. So it's like Morrowind randomizer, Morrowind roguelike kind of sort of trying to use a bunch of mods to randomize more things about the game and speed the game up a little bit, because I love Morrowind a lot, but it's kind of a slower game. It's the idea of having something like that that is that tries to shore up some of that slowness without, like, you know, ruining the integrity of the game. That was kind of the challenge. All right, I think these guys are immune to the fire. The fire field. Get these guys in there. Now, since I leveled this one a little bit, yeah, I feel like it's doing more damage. But anyway, yeah, so that's a lot of words to basically say, yeah, I only played Morrowind. I never played Oblivion or Skyrim. So since I've started the Oblivion playthrough, I'm getting caught up on Oblivion, but I've never played Skyrim. Despite all the ways that game has been released and re-released over the years, I've somehow avoided it all over the years. Also, I lied. I have not upgraded the fire homing spell. Get them. Get their asses. Yeah. Now, these guys, even though they float, they are susceptible to the fire field spell that I love so dearly. Took a bit of damage, by the way. Let's get our buddy in. He like died the second I cast him. Also, I gotta remember, I do have the projectile blocking thing, which should heal me as well. Excuse me. But thank you again to Endo for supplying the retail key for this game, and for being so streamer friendly, and for sending your peeps over, and for the gift sub bomb, man. That kind of thing is so nice. And Endo himself is subbed as well, so it's like, dude, you do so much, man. I don't want that to ever be an expectation. I always tell people, I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad to have people stop in for a bit and chill with us. Oh, that is the wrong spell. I'm gonna right click out of that, actually. I clicked the wrong button. Now, I always try to tell people that, like, you know, your time is so valuable. The fact that people stop in for, you know, 30 seconds, a couple minutes, maybe an hour or two. It's all, like, that's so valuable. Because you could do so much with that time. You could be watching any streamer. You could be watching YouTube videos. You could be, I mean, you know, obviously it doesn't have to be a super active activity. But the idea of being here means that, you know, you're spending part of your evening with me. And that's very sweet. And something that I do not take for granted. So it seems like every time you look at the numbers on Twitch, there's more and more people streaming on Twitch, like now more than ever. So the fact that we have anybody at all that stops in and chills with us feels good. And it's not something that I will take for granted. That is very, very generous. Also, I keep going further and further south. I hope I'm going the right way. But yeah, I know that Endo says he has to hop off. Totally understandable. The other thing too is it is getting kind of late for some time zones. I'm something of a night owl by my nature, for better or for worse. So I know I tend to go kind of late, but by no means is that an expectation. So yeah, as always, if people have to hop off, totally get it. Your comfort and the normalcy of a sleep schedule is very important. Also realize if you have to try out the cool rock multicast spell, let's try that real quick. A tremor spell is cool, and I like the damage that it does. But it's a little bit, it's not, I wish I could make it snappier and faster. That would probably require leveling up. And that boulder drill is pretty cool too. I also need to look for an opportunity to try to test this guy. To test this guy out on the projectiles. Because I want to be able to use it in a stressful moment. Like, I need to be able to use it when the chips are down and we're in the boss battle. It's like, so if I can get some practice in with it beforehand in a more quiet environment, and if I mess it up and I need to heal myself, I have the other healing spell. Without the pressure of a boss battle breathing down my neck. Now, I'm gonna try that puzzle in a second. Ooh, yeah, so that one's still a little bit tricky to aim. I remember that was why I didn't use that spell too often. So the protective nature of it is cool. And yeah, you can aim it obviously, but yeah, it takes some shenaniganry. Dude, yeah, that thing, that combo right there where you put the brambles down, the thorns down, and then light the thorns on fire, it just melts their health bar. It is deeply satisfying. Now, can I click the mouse? Oh, it's like it's auto aiming almost. That's kind of sick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys... Oh, I'm just hiding amongst this guy's corpse. Pretty sure the flying lads, these Beyblade boys, I think they are immune to the thorn combo spell. Whoa! Oh, it's the second guy. I was like, wait, I just killed that thing. Too bad for him. So I killed all those lads. Yes, let's go solve this one real quick. Charge rock then. Ooh, that does sound good. Yeah. Because that's a good point too. When you cast scatter shot, it lingers for a second. Yeah, that's the one that homes in on the bad guys. Yeah, in fact, yeah, I should look for more combos like that. So let's try this. Yeah, so I'm going to switch out from that for a second. So yeah. So I'm going to get scatter shot. Actually, yeah, let's try this one first. Because they'll chill for a bit. Oh! Okay. Okay, I think I'm a believer in the Tar's scatter. The scatter tar. I need to get the quickness. Oh, yeah. So yeah, you would really need to do this one first. I need to like get the cast time down so I can truly utilize these. Oh, by the way, I think I might have messed up the puzzle, but that's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Endo, that is a very good idea. In fact, that's a good reminder where it would be worth my while perhaps to look for other combos. Like Tremor was cool. Not the movie. I mean, it's okay, but the Tremors, but the spell Tremor was cool. But I wonder, yeah, if it too would have some interesting synergies with some. In fact, yeah, Scattershot seems like it has lots of cool possibilities. Same with Seren's Barrage, but that one's more instantaneous. That'd be harder to combine. When like using that fire spell as like a basis. See, let's try the Tremor one. That has me curious. So, plop these bad boys down. Plop. Yeah. So interesting that I'm trying to think what causes that, or what like influences it to fire the direction that it's going. And my theory is that it was because I was aiming the original spell downwards. Interesting, yeah, it still fires down. Maybe it's trying to home in on like the last known enemy location. Because Scattershot homes in on bad guys. Alright, we need to do more testing. And then the other thing... Well, no, that wouldn't work. Okay, yeah, I was... Well, Boulder Drill might work. Yeah, let's try Boulder Drill here instead. So, same thing. It's a little bit long in the tooth. Ooh, well, again, if I can make it shorter, a shorter upgrade cycle. So I think that's what I should focus on next time I find myself in town. Can't switch off while it's in a cooldown, by the way. Next time I'm in town, I should work on getting those the casting delays or the casting times down for those earth spells, because that would open some things up. That'd be huge for us. All right, last but not least, what if I just do this? Okay, because yeah, we've seen that go off a couple times. So if nothing else, that's also a convenient way to get a bunch of those little extra projectiles. So that guy, bam. That's exactly what it is. So it's several homing projectiles kind of automatically going for us, which is so cool. Yeah, it does a little bit of damage to those guys, but not a whole lot. It's okay, I think I'm getting it now. I think Scattershot has ridiculous potential that I was previously not realizing. But now I'm a believer. I saw her face, now I'm a believer. Now, I was hoping that would do a little bit more. Yeah, I think since he's like in a small little part of that little square, he was not really going anywhere. I think I might want to go back to... Well, actually, hold on. What did I have there? I had the barrage. Yeah, I think I'm also thinking about when I get to the boss battle. Let's cross the bridge when we get there. Let's not count our boss battle chickens before they hatch. There's also the reality that this guy, as much as I love this little friend, this guy won't be very useful in the boss battle because I think he will get instantly murdered. Because I don't think I have anything that can block their projectiles. I would normally, but I think it's too high of a level. Because the firewall spell is what I was thinking. The firewall spell can block geomancy spell projectiles, but only level 15 or up to level 15. And I'm fairly certain that boss battle is going to be much higher than that. So we can't block the projectiles with a wall. We could probably block them with the life shield, though. I'm hoping that that'll be enough when it comes down to it. Oh my god, that is delicious. Good lord. Oh yeah, I also forget that these guys, their corpses are sometimes painful. Hey, welcome back, Woo. Yeah, Endo's a homie, dude. Endo not only is working on this cool-ass game that we're playing, he is also incredibly generous with the gift sub bomb. Again, that was very, very kind of him. What a cool dude. Oh, okay, he's immune to... That makes sense. These little flying lads. Now, the tricky thing is that some floating lads are immune to, like, ground-based spells, or a lot of ground-based spells, like the Thorn Patch and the Tremors. But not all of them are, so that's where experimentation comes into play. That's where this still comes in real handy. Oh, except I missed. Well, that's okay. Still get a few of those. Yeah, little extra projectiles. Bam. And again, once we get to the boss portal, I'll switch off from a few things, because inevitably we will not be using like the mushroom lad to heal. Speaking of which, I could use some more health. Mushroom lad's great, but he's very squishy. He's very hard to keep alive, especially during boss battles and times of lots of things happening. Oh boy. Can I? Ooh, this, look at this smart lad. He's cracked the code, dude. I thought I was so cool for having figured it out. I don't know if I can get that. Okay, I can get some of them. Yeah, because it still messes him up. It's still good damage, but I can't use my usual strat because I can't reach his ass, dude. I can at least get those guys. I gotta prevent his buddies from healing him. Oh, he killed my little dude. I was actually thinking I can maybe try to get some projectiles out of him that I could then block with life shield. That's okay though. Oh, I think I just saw it's up here. It came from the south. Was there any other? I already got that one. No other chests to acquire. I think we're good. Alright, so like I said, I think I'm gonna switch off from a couple things. So once again, I don't think the walls would really come in too helpful here. What's the cooldown? Ooh, it's 60 seconds on that as well. Oh, that's a little rough. That's a little rough, so I won't be able to use that a whole lot. The good news is we know some of the attack patterns already, so we'll have a, I think, hopefully, easier time. Maybe I should have them both, though. That way I can switch off. That might be a good idea. Oh, guys, good to see you, bud. We had lots of nice folks stop in. We're playing the latest version of the game we played from a few months ago. It's Scholar of the Arcane Arts, courtesy of Endo. The game's developer was in here with us a little bit earlier, and he sent some folks from his Discord server over, which is very nice. And we're checking out the newest version. He's added a bunch of spells, a bunch of new areas. So the game has like been beefed up significantly from when we played the demo last. And it was only a few months ago, so it's like Homeboy's been busy, which is very nice to see. We got lots of cool stuff to play with. I think what I'm going to do, we also have this shield. It's only 4 seconds of protection. Okay, no, 12 seconds. So, 12 seconds for a 27-second cooldown. It's not half bad, actually. So I need to make a choice. My gut tells me that I could probably get away with just using rock throw instead of dealing with a 10-second cooldown for this guy, because I definitely like this combo of scatter shot plus some kind of earth thing. So I'm gonna do this. In fact, I'm gonna switch things out a little bit. So the first 3 spells are the damage spells. Latter 3 spells, actually latter 4 spells are, well, okay, never mind. This one's still here. I'm leaving that at the letter E though, just because that's where it always is. But these 2 are defensive spells, and this last one is a defensive spell as well. Got a video for okay, let's check that out, Ogasso, after this boss battle. This boss battle will either end in disaster or in triumph. And we'll see how it goes. We fought him once before and we got a little bit bodied. But now it'll be a totally different ball game. Yeah, get his ass. Put up the heals, or not the heals, the defense, which helps. It's not, perfect, but it's good. Yeah, this is still my biggest damage dealer. Yeep. Oh, I shouldn't have committed to that one. Ouch. Okay, now's the time for those heals to come in. In fact, I'm gonna be ready. All right, so we're blocking the projectiles. The heals are coming in hot. Oh my god, that's very good. Of course, I can't move while it's going. Any more projectiles? Okay, it's still good. Crap. How about I still try to see if I can get this guy in? Just a couple cheeky heals. Oh, he's dead already. Damn. Oh boy. Gotta watch that attack pattern and react accordingly. My health is not the bestest. It's not the worstest, but it's not the bestest. I also wonder if I should be not just in this little corner hunkering down. Yeah, I need to utilize right click more often to get out when things are looking scary. So I don't even know if that guy's susceptible. I think the orb, the big orb, is the one to be mindful of. Yikes! Some heals in there. Level 20. So he's got level 25 projectiles. It's not a lot of health healing, but it is something. Ouch. I'm gonna see if I can get this off real quick. So we got some cheeky heals coming in. Oh, he actually lived. Holy crap. The mushroom who lived. Okay, well, that was still pretty good. Still pretty good. Get some damage in there. Very good. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to get too close to the top because that's where things get scary. Yee. I'm guessing if I touch that thing, it'll probably damage me, so I'll assume the worst. Yee. All right, we're good, we're good. Ouch. Yeah, the range is limited, so I can't rely too much on that one as a primary damage dealing device. Speaking of damage dealing, got quite a lot of damage on me. Oh, I didn't mean to cast that, but that actually worked out well. Yeah, that was not at all intentional, but I'll take all the credit for it. Oh, he does fire from the side. Oh, good to know. Oh god, I think it's because he's past the halfway point. Ah! Okay, that's okay, that's fine. So when he's at the halfway point, this man is a scary bastard. Oh my god. That is an unfortunate amount of damage. Dude, this boss does not mess around. I remember the boss at the end of the demo was a little scary at first, but wasn't too bad. This thing blows that bastard out of the water. Jesus. Is this the run? We came close. And by close, I mean, I think he had like 40% of his health left. We did better the second time. Ooh, boy. That was rough, though. That was rough. However, Elgaso has a video from the Discord server. What could this possibly entail? I'm guessing it's on the Dank Memes channel. Shout outs to my Discord server, by the way. If anybody wants to join it, you're welcome to do so. Of course, if you're anything like me, you're probably in 1,000 Discords anyway, but they're all in there. All of my links are in there, including the Discord server link. Oh, wow, there's several posts. All right, let's do this. Game for a second. Let's watch this very intellectual video.
I miss Kmart. Do you miss Kmart? Kmart was a work of art from the very start. Whoops, excuse that part. Kmart was a work of art.
That one hits close to home, man. I miss Kmart too. Kmart was a work of art. So true. Thank you, Ogals, for sharing. I will confess, I don't really have a lot of nostalgia for Kmart specifically. But you know, the passion in that man's voice, I believe it. I believe Kmart truly was a work of art. I can't remember what it was. I was watching something and there was a reference to Circuit City and I was like, whoa, that's a throwback. As far as like older retail, in this case it's like an electronic store instead, but still like older retail shops that some of us have kind of nostalgia for. I think I'd only been to a Circuit City a handful of times throughout my life, but still, So it was all right. Same with Kmart. It was always okay. Although I think, is Kmart still around in some capacity? Because they went bankrupt, I think. But I feel like there was, they haven't like gone completely away necessarily. By the way, upgrading things. I don't have a lot of the crystals necessarily, but I think I'm gonna upgrade the life crystal, or the life shield rather, because my hope is that it would give us more hit point heals per tick, or maybe more like little fairy friends per tick. So we're gonna go with that, and then I can't upgrade him anymore. But level 4 is pretty good. That's pretty good. So that'll make him more potent, I'm hoping. And then the other thing was this one. I can level him up once. Yeah, we're investing into these moves. And then we're also lowering cooldowns. And I was saying earlier how like certain things I would very much like to lower their cooldowns. So rock throw, it's already instantaneous. So if I could make this faster, that would be very good. The thing about upgrading life crystal or the mushroom friend is that you can lower the casting cooldown till the cows come home. The problem though is that regardless of what you do, the like recharge time, or maybe I'm using the wrong term, the casting time you can lower, but the cooldown is always going to be locked in at 60 seconds for both of these spells, and that's the limiting factor. The casting time is one thing and it's nice, but that 60 seconds, man, ooh, that's where it's rough. So instead I'm going to hedge more of my bets on this guy, because the casting time for this one is not too bad, I don't think. Also 5 more levels and it will become instant cast. Can't quite get there, but we're getting close. We're getting close. I've got 23 left. Nah, it's fine. Now, we could go back in there, or we could explore a new place. The water domain, which is, I think, the one from the demo that we would have seen when we played this a few months ago. Although, it's probably going to look a little bit different. And sure enough, it already looks a little bit different. But similar to, what we saw previously. I think this was the main domain thing we could check out in the demo, and I think the boss that we fought was the boss of this domain. Now, I was saying earlier, I kind of wanted some more hydro spells, and this is a good place to find them, hydromancy spells. So we found a bubbler. Now, there's a region in the United States where, I want to say like somewhere up north, where water fountains are, the term for water fountains is bubbler. So, or drinking fountain, what have you. Not a water fountain that like you look at, but a water fountain you drink from. Some places call them water fountains, some places call them water, I don't know, water stations, drinking stations, what have you. But yeah, there's a region up north in the United States where they call them bubblers. Anyway. Stand in one place and shoot bubbles for 1 second. Curious to see what that looks like. Like that visual. So sure enough, yeah, you stand in one place, and then what I'm wondering is if you could then like power them up somehow. Like what if I did this? Oh, except it's got a bit of a cooldown. So I cast this bad boy. So it turns them into little, oh, whoa, that was unexpected. Oh, and now all of our rock throws are little frosty boys. It's kind of cool, places them on the ground. So yeah, it turned our scatter shots into frozen shots. And look at that, you can even see on the icon. They start as orbs of fire, but you can turn them into frost orbs or earth orbs, which is pretty sick. What else? Is there anything else I should consider here? Because this one, it would probably turn each... Oh wait, those are the individual boulders. This is what I was thinking of, the drill. It would probably turn each drill projectile into a frost projectile. Let's see what this one would look like. Except that'd be harder to coordinate, wouldn't it? Yeah, never mind, never mind. So in that case, we'll stick with what we have. But yeah, it seems like Scattershot is super versatile. And I need to level it up more, honestly. Because it appears to be quite good. What's up, Luna Waffles? This is, it's more, yeah, what would I call this game, like, combo-wise? It's a little similar to Noita. I guess it controls similar to Vampire Survivors, although it's a very different style of game, obviously. It's a spell to activate. Oh, right. That's something queued up. More of a dungeon crawler. I would say it reminds me more of Hammer Watch? Yeah, Hammer Watch. Which is primarily a multiplayer co-op dungeon crawler game, but that is kind of what comes to mind. How can I... Oh wow, I didn't even have to light it on fire. These guys just melt. I remember these guys. Yeah, they throw spells at us. Yeah, I remember those guys were scary. And there were the fish eggs. I would have... oh, that's kind of nice. Oh my, it's like... Oh, I remember this one. It's like Frozen Orb from Diablo 2. Oh, crap. Here's the thing, man. Now we're unlocking a bunch more spells I want to play with, and I only have so much space in my hotbar, right? So I gotta be choosy. So... try that guy. But if it's spell I think it is, I think I'm gonna like this a bunch. Yep, I like that a bunch. And then, I bet you can synergize with this guy. Oh my goodness, that's pretty sick. So now all those are frost orbs. I like the frost patches it leaves on the ground, so now you can frostify things even more easily, and embiggen the thorns. Oh baby, that's sick. Some of those things, yeah. So there's quite a lot to explore here. I think Endo had said there's around 20 spells to unlock, or to find rather. I believe his exact words were, "Good luck finding them all. I bet some of them are pretty well hidden." It's pretty good. The statue. Oh, there was that one puzzle I never figured out in the demo. I wonder if that's still here. Yes. And I can't melt those things. Oh, there we go. You can break it with earth stuff. Must be something up there. Look at that. The thing is, we've leveled these spells so much, they just pump damage. Oh, Ice Drill. Yes, I remember that one. Yeah, that's like almost the ice version of these two spells. Hold on. I'm hearing noises. Oh, that's the map zoom. Oh, that was the ice things breaking. That's all that was. The ice blocks that were cast. So it's pretty quick. Yep, sure enough, just a ice projectile, nice and simple. Nice and simple like so. If I were forced to choose one, I would probably prefer that one. Yeah, now it's like I want to use so many of these spells that we're finding. And these two are so reliable for damage dealers, but at the end of the day... Oh, geez. What I might need to do is switch off from maybe one of these two. And not have them take up that much space on the hotbar. And stand for 3 minutes next to a statue of a famous gymnast. For 3 minutes. Would I need to recite the alphabet backwards? To bring it all home. Or like somehow rub my belly. Although I guess it'd be a one-handed handstand somehow. I don't know if I have the arm strength to manage that. I'm gonna be checking the map every so often because it will tell you where there's inklings of a twinkly. Creatures were sacrificed. Just gonna see if there was any kind of use button. Huh. Yeah, I remember seeing this last time, but I can't remember if there was more to it than that. Oh boy. Let me just stand here and get shot by that. It's just I gotta wait for those things to fire. And when they fire, they'll do pretty good damage, but not the bestest. So what kind of damage this does to these guys since this is in their domain? Yikes. Yeah, so it hits a couple times. I'm more into casting walls, it seems. That was a handstand statue. That explains it. We've cracked the code. So we got a station up here to check. I remember the land whale that had crashed onto the planet. Similar vibes to Hitchhiker's Guide. I probably made that joke in the demo when I played it. Here's this guy. So he saw that one. Let's go check out the whale. I'm trying to remember if we could... Oh, there's the next dungeon area. I'm trying to remember if we could actually, like, interact with the whale at all. It's been cut open, too. Yep, he is very dead. Oh, and you cannot cast past him. Yeah, they don't seem to be too bothered by the ice stuff, but water or fire and earth seems to mess them up pretty darn good. Earth in particular seems very effective, super effective even. Hey, ouch. Now I wonder if this would do numbers. Oh yeah, it does numbers. I should heal with our little buddy. In fact, yeah, I should probably only really worry about using Life Shield. How's about this? I'm gonna not use Life Shield so much in the overworld. I'll have that on reserve for the boss battles. Can't get past those ice shields, man. Or the ice walls, rather. It's like I want to explore a little bit more, but at the same time, though, I also want to keep the ball rolling and check out that dungeon in a second. Yeah, I remember these things. Are they weak to grass types? Yeah. Grass or earth type? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a combination of earth and grass. Yikes. Oh, cute. There it is. I think this does penetrate, doesn't it? Well, it would. Except these ice walls keep getting in the way. Another map extendo. So, a few other gaggles of bad guys. I think I'm just gonna go right for the dungeon. We haven't explored everything. We've explored quite a bit. Now, what's this? Oh, wait a second. Submit runes. Okay, so... let's think about this. Sun is here. So this is presumably us. Because the Earth is the center of the universe, obviously. I know the position of the moon, or the distance of the moon, I guess, has sway over the tides. That's like what this is, like an indication of the tides or waves rolling in. But I'm not sure how the moon's position relative to the sun would factor into that. There's also a blank one. There's probably a right order to this. Wonder if there's something that would give us more intel. And do I want to like keep looking for that though, or do I just gonna go right for the dungeon? Let's do this. I think I'm just gonna go right for the dungeon. Let's just take a kind of a blind stab at this. As I remember this from the demo, and I don't think I ever figured it out. And it's not like I can interact with this. Right, yeah, it's just, this is just a visual, informative thing. And also my mushroom friend is still going at it. He's still doing a great job. So maybe... I think you only get one shot of this. I'm gonna go ahead and plop kind of a first guess down. I'm guessing it's like a timeline of sorts. So I'm not sure the order. Well, the problem here is that this isn't how it works. The sun doesn't revolve around us. We revolve around the sun. So I can't like assume there's like this would rotate a certain direction and this would rotate a certain direction or anything like that. Like we don't know that detail necessarily. So if it's like based on like the outermost ring, the middle ring, and the innermost ring, maybe that would mean, but again, what is the like, the distance is one thing, but the position is something else. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Let's just do this. Just submit something. Moon. It's the Earth is the innermost one. Let's do this. Boop, boop, and boop. New moon, high tide. Oh. Huh. Wasn't expecting text to pop up like that. Oh, it says the same thing though. Oh, okay. Okay, so the text is... Oh, okay, here we go. Hold on. New moon, high tide. So here... Oh, okay. So from here, if we're looking at the moon, it'd be a full moon if we're looking at the moon from here. No, hold on. No, we'd be blocking the sun. So it'd be a lunar eclipse, right? If we're looking at the moon from here, we're blocking the sun's sunlight from here. So it'd be a lunar eclipse. Am I thinking about this right? What did it say? It said new moon, high tide. New moon, is that what it's called when it's empty? I guess not a full moon. New moon. Let's try that. Okay, well I didn't do it right. Oh well. I guess I didn't figure it out in the demo, and I didn't figure it out here either. But that's okay. I spent too long on it anyway. I tend to not be the bestest at solving puzzles on stream or just in general. I'm always very so at puzzle games at best. Now I don't remember this little guy though. Something that's kind of new. Trying to remember where the dungeon entrance was. Thinking I would just see it on the Mapperino. We definitely saw it. Hey, what's up, Lupus? Full moon is on the far side of Earth for light reflection. Oh, maybe there's like a... Well, let's think about this. Because, yeah, when we saw it, the moon was here, Earth was in the middle, and then the sun was on the right-hand side. Were you thinking the sun and the moon would be the opposite? Well, no, if they were the opposite. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I think I see what you're saying, where that would be... If they would have been swapped, that might have been more what I was getting at. Gosh darn it. I saw this thing. Oh, I didn't get this though. thought to myself, oh, surely I'll be able to remember where that entrance was, since it wasn't that long ago when I first saw it. Nothing else. I could check more of the little map extendo stations, and I think there's one over here. So that is just where that comes in handy. There's the whale. I think it was farther west and maybe south of the whale. And of course, really, that's most of the map that I've explored so far. Just notice the whale's spiky tail. Was it top right? Oh. Well, it wouldn't have been that. Oh, here it is. You were right, Endo. You got it, bud. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You got it, bud. That's exactly it. So yeah, map icons. Yeah, it's like that would be, or even just a little twinkly thing just to indicate it's a point of interest. That would, I think, be sufficient. Level 10. I'm ready. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. Yeah. No, that's understandable, where it's like, how do you convey that to the user? Like other points of interest at least. But yeah, even just a little twinkly thing would be helpful. Because it's like, man, I knew I saw that thing somewhere. But I know that's how these things go. It's an early, yeah, you know, early access, not even early access, but pre-early access kind of thing. So, you know, these kinds of things are still in progress. I remember these guys, and yes, they were pretty beefy. Ignited. Yeah, they were pretty beefy back in the day, and they are still beefy nowadays. Well, that was the wrong spell. Bam. Oh, you can freeze them. That's nice. Wasn't sure they'd be freezable since they're of the ice realm. But sure enough, they are freezable. Oh, and thank you for that, Endo. And I'm glad you're here, buddy. I do know that you were saying you need to hop off fairly soon, but so I don't want you to feel like you're shackled to your desk, but I'm happy to have you here. Or if you're watching from your phone, what have you, shackled to your device. We're happy to have you here. Found some flares. That's pretty sick. Charge a random enemy. Oh, I like the sounds of all those words. So it's similar, I think, to this guy, to Tar's Rock. Except it probably wouldn't block projectiles, so it doesn't do the spinning, but it seems like, yeah, there's like an auto-aiming feature going on there. Let's queue it up and try it out. See what the numbers look like. Tap on this thing. It is cough drop time. And also, as I keep dying from that one boss battle, I keep like ending up with about this many of little upgrade tokens and whatnot to play with. Oh, they hit the walls. I probably should have aimed that a little bit better. Yeah, at some point though, we'll exit one of these levels with a ton of juicy points to play with. And that'll be a good time. That is such a good combo. Good freaking lord, I love that so much. Actually, I'm gonna cast this. Ah! Never mind, I'm gonna just cast in this general direction. Damn it. Oh, because we upgraded it, I think. Unless that's... Yeah, that is mine. And it hits multiple times. Oh, you'll love to see it. So, yeah, this spell, I would very much want to upgrade it. I remember liking it a lot in the demo. Because once again, it reminds me of the frozen orb from Diablo 2. But beyond just that nostalgia, it's also functionally a very useful spell. And when it's powered up, it is extra scary. In a good way, the good kind of scary. The good kind of scary that I wish to wield and not be subjected to. Also, I keep forgetting to use my main damage dealer. I think for this one, I might stick with that for at least a little bit longer. If nothing else. So I can do this. And then there we go. Oh, it didn't get the charge though. You get the charge with... Okay, that sputters it out. Yeah, that's not it. Or I can't just one-shot those guys. So I was thinking it was ice that powered it up. Whoops. Maybe it was Earth's. It is Earth. Earth is what charges it. Okay. As I was going to say, it causes it to fire. It's all of its projectiles turn into one of these ice drills, which are really nice. It's really nice and very ice as well. The patch of grass. I love the patch of grass. It's very effective when you light it on fire. I guess that's how a lot of things work in life. They are more efficient when they're on fire. In fact, I might not even have to light it on fire. Yeah, it just removes their health bar. They were just deleted. Ouch! I'm gonna queue this up. Yeah, like I said, this is a spell I definitely would like to invest more into. So I'm a big fan. Big fan of it. Hey, what's up, J Blob? Sounds like my job. I'm more effective when I'm on fire, or just the job situation is more potent when things are on fire. I wonder what magic we're using to mine these rocks, because they're clearly like the crystals you can see from the icon. This is like crystal ore we're mining. Kind of looks like a dice from afar, like a d6. Also, I should heal up. Snuggle up with our little mushroom buddy. Give them heals. Yay, that's the good stuff. I'm gonna go and queue this while we're waiting. It's nice. When you have a quiet moment, it's good to queue up a thing you know you're gonna play with on the next level. Might not even be any bad guys in this room. I'm almost disappointed. Also, oh, that's actually kind of nice. It might be a little silly, but I kind of like how big the stair icon is. In fact, it is as large as it is in real life, or in game, that is. So it really sticks out. You know exactly where you're going. It's where she hid her failed experiments. Well, damn. I think I know exactly what enemies they're referring to, because these are enemies we would have seen in the demo. Although we've also seen some new enemies thrown in for good measure, so we've had lots of surprises, lots of tasty surprises. Oh, it hit him instead. Yeah, because it doesn't penetrate. Bam. There we go. Get that sick upgrade. Oh, gee. Oh, this fucking thing. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yep, I remember this. Oh my goodness, how could I forget this? Now, this is scary, but when I get that spell, it's gonna be over for these nerds. Because when we get that spell, there are some very tasty synergies that we can do with it, but until then, we are to be very fearful of it. Oh, this messes him up pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah, easy money. Oh, please just walk over that and get got. Oh my god, that's satisfying. Thankfully, when you use the patch of grass, the thorns, and you embiggen it with the ice or some kind of water spell, it seems like it makes it last real long. When you light it on fire, it does sick damage, but that damage is fleeting, or the spell is fleeting because it burns out quickly. Hey, what's up, Lauren? Oh, was there an automod thing? I didn't even see it fire. But There have been times where Automod, yeah, is a little bit too cavalier, you know, sometimes about catching things. A game where one of your tools is a video card. Oh, like a video card, as in like a GPU to mine Bitcoin. Like literally mining Bitcoin. Like you have like bit ore, and you're trying to mine out with like a GPU-sized pickaxe, and you use the Bitcoins from the bit ore. Yeah. Okay, so Automod was catching something with... Interesting, yeah. Actually, yeah, I guess you probably couldn't type the word. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buying followers. Right, yes, that is an Automod phrase, just because that's a thing that spam bots like to spam frequently, obviously, so... Yeah, that explains it, yeah. Yeah, because we've actually seen that happen a few times. Where, yeah, a spam bot would somehow get through. And to be like, have you ever wanted to buy friends and social connections? It's like, oh boy, sign me up. It's always impressive to me though, because we have... I require chat, or what am I trying to say? Phone verification in order to chat. It's the fact that there are like chat bots that have gone through the efforts of doing phone verification is impressive to me, because I think, like, I don't know what the percentage would be, but probably 95 or 90% of all chatbots probably haven't gone through the trouble of phone verification, but some of them have, or they haven't, but they were like compromised accounts that, you know, they were legit accounts that got compromised somehow. So as a result, the phone verification was already done before they were compromised or something. Exactly, yeah, that would not shock me. Which I bet is a huge bummer to have to go through, because even if you're not streaming per se, but still you're like a regular chatter, I bet that's a really pain in the ass thing to experience, having an account like that get hijacked, get compromised. But yeah, before like two-factor authentication was the norm, that kind of thing. Probably in most cases, but yeah, I mean, phone verification wasn't added until about a year ago, I think. So yeah, the fact that it still does happen is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, there's been many, I would say, fairly high-profile cases of, you know, significant accounts that are, you know, fairly well known, having that got compromised because they weren't using two-factor authentication, that kind of thing. Ouch. It is a nifty feature to use whenever it's available. Of course, frustratingly, some places don't have two-factor authentication available yet, but I keep hoping that one of these days that'll become more and more of an industry norm. Ouch. These guys are kind of hard to fight in this narrow hallway, but that's part of the challenge. I wonder if this can fire through the wall. It does fire through the wall. That's very good to know. Even greater reason to love that spell so very much. Whoa, no thank you. I'm gonna turn that one into a fart. There was a Twitch leak. You're right. I forgot about that, actually. But yeah, that was not that long ago, really. Let's see, because if I freeze it, it makes no difference. Ah, crap. Yeah, it doesn't penetrate against enemies, it seems. Still got him, though. Still got him. But yeah, you're right, Lauren. I forgot about that Twitch kind of data dump. It was like a data dump of like their source code, I think, right? It was some pretty proprietary stuff. Yeah, their source code, or at least like an older version of their source code up to a certain date. But even if it wasn't like the absolute latest, there was probably a good chunk of it that was still pretty darn active. So yeah, that was definitely a thing that transpired. Might take him a while to figure it out. There's probably a lot to it. I mean, my understanding is that what Twitch does, you know, from behind the scenes when it comes to what it's doing from a code perspective, Twitch is like a pretty impressive technically created website. The idea of, or the notion of being able to have like a streaming platform like this is technically hard to achieve. It is a technical challenge to make something like that you know, works as relatively stable as it does. So yeah, it's probably pretty involved. Looking through the code is probably not like the kind of thing that you can just easily understand at first grasp. It would probably take, yeah, a team of people a long time to truly comprehend it. Just to find a vulnerability. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you got big motivation, that's a good point. You don't need to understand the whole thing. You just gotta find those holes you can poke. We found Tune's Burst. Spawns fireballs. Very good. Give the old college a try and see how it do. I like the icon for it. That looks very curious. Built out of toothpicks. Yeah. I mean, it's depending on how stable it is. I mean, yeah, of course, Twitch does have, or has had, a number of glitches and bugs throughout the years. I feel like it's been pretty okay for me, at least. Oh, I have to step on the things in order. Yeah, that's what it is. But there have been some pretty gnarly bugs that have happened. And, you know, they got to do maintenance every so often. So it is one of those things that requires upkeep. So we know the first one is not it. 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. When you have the binaries, it's easier. Yeah, if you have the source code, it's probably even more gooder, more easier. There's the big one, by the way, Water Sphere. That's what I wanted to say. Binaries might be easier. I would assume source code would be nice. I mean, binaries, maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess if you have like tools to help with the job, but binaries usually are less human readable, but and source code usually is, obviously, so long as it's not encrypted. So yeah, if you had, I mean, I guess, yeah, if it would depend on your skill set or your tool set, at least. I like this spell. I like the spell a lot, and if my memory serves correctly, my favoriteest combo was this thing plus this guy, because they would charge each other up and do thick damage. So I would do probably this first. It's a little bit slower. Can I get it? Okay, it went the other way though. Okay, so I'd probably cast that one first because it auto locks in on the bad guys. And it's real slow. Let's see if it works the way that I remember it being. But yeah, that's a very nice combination, because if you feed it with other ice spells, it makes the orb become bigger and juicier. And when it is maximum juiciness, it does crazy damage. And it just like sits on bad guys and just ticks constantly. Now it doesn't last forever though, so can't just lean on that for, constantly, but it's pretty dope. Big fan of that spell. Also, I'm guessing boss battle. Yep. Boss battle coming in hot. So I turn the music down too low. Ticks up. That's right, we got the orb. Yeah, so if I cast this one first. And then there we go. So when you've made it big, there's no bad guys for it to attack. But yes, when it is maximum bigginess, oh baby, that thing pumps. The old pump and dump. Name change? I think it's still Scholar. It's like been Scholar of the Arcane Arts since I've been aware of it. Although it's possible that there might have been people streaming it before I first saw the demo. So that is a possibility. I like that combination a lot. Now the question though is, do I like it more than like using well, Ice Drill is good, but I still think this would probably be my preferred ice spell. Especially because the way these two mix together so well. Also, I need healing. I need healing. I'm assuming we have a boss battle coming up, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that we need one of the two healing spells, but probably not both. And actually, I might do better to put the shield on somewhere too. I'm almost tempted to get rid of the fire spell. It's so quick though, and it recharges quickly, and it's very reliable. So like that aspect of it, and of course it's good for lighting things on fire with this guy. But we're very offense heavy, and I'm wondering if that's not the right call. Or I could just go in with the mushroom and just see how it goes. Just give the old college try. But I think it's a boss battle. And if it's a boss battle, it means there will be a lot of attacks happening. So Life Shield is a little bit more reliable, but it needs projectiles. So it's a bit of a gamble. I'm gonna go for Life Shield. So that's how the other boss battle worked. Procedural generation. I don't know if there's procedural. Well, yeah, there is procedural generation in this game because the dungeons are procedurally generated. The layout, at least, is procedurally generated. But there's not like a ton. It's not like Noita where like the whole of the game is like all around procedural generation. Like that's like one of the like driving features of the game. Yes, Ormung. I remember this man, this lad. Yeah, get his ass. So he does have some projectiles, and we're letting his ass on fire. Now, here's the part where we do this cool spell. Now, it's not really reaching him, though, because it's just kind of sitting on him. Oh, I need to take out these things, don't I? Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Uh-oh. Ouch, that was a lot of damage. So he doesn't really have projectiles like I was thinking he would. And actually, I can do this on the fly. Here we go. So yeah, so that's indicative. I need to take out his stations whenever I can. So having fast spells like this comes in handy. I'm feeling a lot better about this boss compared to the first one who made me a very sad Alex. Mushroom guy is coming in clutch, by the way. All right, so let's try this again. I'm gonna charge this up from back here. That is not the right spell, but I'll cast that too. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that, but... Oh, if you pop it with an earth thing, it gives you life, which is incredible. Makes me like that spell even more. That's not what I wanted to do, but it was still really cool. I still do that to still charge it up. Speaking of which, get that shit out of here, son. Oh, I should have waited. But can I get it again? Bam. There we go. I haven't really been casting the spell despite it being my favorite damage dealer. Let's try this again. I want to get the big juicy bits, you know? I want to get the big orbs. Oh gosh. Ouch. So he killed my mushroom lad. Okay, so he was like charging his shit. He was getting ready for that one. Oh, he's doing it again. Oh, that's huge. That's actually huge. Oh, that's also huge. Ouch. that thing is pumping and dumping him. And I'm getting healed up to full, methinks. Where all my hotbars were. Shortcuts were. We're damaging the shit out of them. Yeah, he's getting charged up though, which we don't want. Oh, okay, he got the charge up, that's fine. It's probably gonna kill my buddy. It did not kill him. Good. Good, good, good. One more. Bam, there we go. All right, so we're getting this thing queued up again. That was very helpful. We got that earlier. I think if we keep this at the rate we're going, we should be able to get this guy first try. Like real gamers. Oh, it ended when it touched that guy. That's unfortunate. Still, we're doing pretty well. So I'm amazed that my mushroom friend has lasted. For sure, he was not long for this world when he started spouting those screen-wide attacks like that. And honestly, if I just keep the pressure on him, might be enough. Almost got his ass. I'm going for the big finish. Going for the cinematic big finish. Here we go. The combo that I love so dearly. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's pumping. Yeah, I got his ass. Nice. All right, that's satisfying. That guy is not nearly as scary as the first guy. And also, that is such a reliable healing spell. Holy moly. Can you block? You can block certain projectiles. So like, yeah, when he was doing his, like, the thing where he was spamming those little arc-shaped projectiles, we could have put down a fire shield. No, not fire shield. Earth shield, I guess? Or rock wall, rather. Yeah, rock wall would have been better. The thing is, though, it can only block up to level 15 hydromancy spells. And I don't know what level his were, but they might have been higher than 15. So we could have tried that if you, like, spammed a whole bunch more of those. Of course, it's always a little stressful slapping around in the heat of battle, but that is an option. A drunken walk algorithm. Oh, wait, yeah. Actually, yeah, what game is that, Lauren? I'm kind of curious. Oh, an Endoster here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and we got a new spell. A falling star. Oh, boy. Fill up its energy meters with spells. Once it's maxed out, it will... Huh. I'm curious. So if I plop this down... What's the energy? Oh, here it is. What if I stand underneath it? Jesus. Got a bit of a cooldown, but I think it's worth... Oh, also I should teleport out. Back to the surface. Oh, there we go. Forgot to click. Oh, so that was for... Oh, it was one of the devlogs. Nice. No, yes, that's what Lauren was referring to. Held together with bands and rubber bands and hope. Like I said earlier, that's game development, baby. Oh, man, I can't imagine. We got lots of upgrade crystals, which is great because there's a lot of stuff I want to play with. I guess I'll go and upgrade this to max anyway, because I think that would still come in handy for the next boss. The next boss, rather. Get him up to max level. Perfect. This one, I don't know if I want to level him up more. I guess he might get more HP, but again, he would. I'm not convinced that he will be worth for the boss battle. Just because they're throwing those spikes everywhere and it's so hard to dodge everything. That one is max level. I want to upgrade this one, faux show. I think I want to upgrade this one too. I like both of those a lot. A lot. Some other things. I'm curious about this one. Yeah, let's upgrade this one too. Why the hell not? Oh, and this one. Yeah, this one's huge. I've been leaning on that one a whole bunch. Procedural generation gives you a raging nerd boner, as it very well should. Because yeah, I mean, there have been examples of games that maybe lean too heavily on procedural generation, like, oh, let me just have everything being done, and obviously if literally everything is procedural, then it can cause problems. But yeah, so much of it though makes perfect sense, and like Endo said, you can, you know, work harder or work smarter. And yeah, you can using procedural generation to generate dungeons for you, as opposed to like hand making a bunch of formats. That shit's for the birds. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. Water Spill and Hail combo. I don't know if it's my favorite because there's some setup for it, but when the setup works and when the kind of the stars align for it to happen, oh, it's so satisfying. I love it. But oh, and yeah, for the fire thing. So yeah, let me read that again actually. Once I'm done shopping, we can upgrade this one too. The walls seem like they are already max level. That's max level. That's max level. So I think we're good there. That one's already max level. I guess I could just start throwing the upgrade crystals onto things that I might not necessarily use as much. Like, yeah, I might as well upgrade this guy. Why the hell not? Nothing's stopping me. Upgrade this one? You bet. Why the hell not? You get an upgrade, and you get an upgrade. Let's see. I'll go ahead and get both of these upgraded. Yeah, I might as well just go all in for all these. I could save. I guess I could save up. Or I could be thrifty. But anyway, yes, yeah, this guy here. So, fill up its energy meter with spells. Once the Falling Star's energy meter is maxed, it will change form. Yeah, so if we cast it, so it's ready to be cast, and we're not using spells on it yet. So like, what if I cast this guy, for instance? Or this guy. There we go. Okay, oh, and there was the numbers up here that it was doing. The cooldown is significant. Maybe, okay, so I think it's like, I think I get it. I think I have to like act faster to start charging it up. So that's the question though. Ooh, this one's so fun. I'm gonna stick with my baby for now. I feel like a lot of people when they play this game, they will probably arrive at their favorites. We'll see if that's still the case though. I think, yeah, you have to hit the projectile, the meteor as it's careening. Or design a good procedural algorithm than just to design a good level. I wouldn't disagree. It seems like the kind of thing where it takes a lot of time and effort and like technical know-how to invest in it to get it to the point where it's good, but once you get there, it's probably invaluable. So yeah, I think I'd be inclined to grab it. That's huge. Oh right, this is for lowering cooldowns of things. And some of them cannot have their cast time completely removed, but again, cast time is really not a huge issue a lot of the times. I'm gonna focus on spells like this, yeah. That guy and that guy. I think these are already set. This one's already good. That one's not fully good. This one can't be lowered fully though, so 18 is plenty. Could lower that down to be instantaneous, which wouldn't be a bad idea. think I'm gonna kind of switch off between these two. And I think I'll primarily spend on this one. So it's level 10. Take this one to 8, we'll say. And then I think I'll put the rest in this guy. And then I need 18 more to invest in that guy. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the cast time is rarely an issue. It's more of a cooldown. More of a cooldown challenge. But we have been very souped up. Let's try this again. Oh, I went to the wrong domain. I'm an idiot. Wrong one. Oh wait, no, this is it. This is it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting my wires crossed. A boss nuke spell, it might be. Technical knowledge. Oh, you're right. Yeah, design knowledge too. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, some technical, but also like, yeah, design aspects. Yeah, like usability and such. Yeah, that's a fair point too. It's also satisfying. We're not exactly one-shotting them, obviously, but we're doing a lot more than last time. Level 12, yeah. I think that means either mine is bouncing off of theirs because it's level 12, or theirs is level 12. And we can't go any higher. Ignited. So... was there? That was our mushroom heal. And actually... yeah, when it comes down to it... I have to make a choice here as far as what things I want to be equipped with. Because now we know that this guy plus this guy creates a healing spell. FPS arena. Yeah, having a cover for... yeah, it depends on the game, obviously. Yeah, it depends on what kind... and depends on like what vibe you're going for. Like if you're procedurally generating like a level for a horror inspired zone, and then the next one is like a forest zone or a water zone or something like that, then yeah, you might like want different kinds of vibes from like a level design perspective. One is more maze-like, one's more open, one has like a verticality to it, you know, all these other factors. So yeah, you can't just plop it down and say it's a catch-all, just make it all happen. Yeah, makes perfect sense, and it's easier said than done because that shit's complicated. I feel like I should experiment more with this one though. It's an expensive spell to use. Yeah, so we'll have that out while we're exploring. Look for more opportunities to play with it. In the meantime, while we continue to search for the entrance to the Sky Zone. It's more of an art form. It's certainly, yeah, I would not disagree. Mixture of art and design and software development, AI, that kind of thing. Shit's complicated. Anyway, those bad guys over here. Now, there's a good chance they'll die before I get a chance to realize this. There we go, yeah. Yeah, fuck him up. And now it's an ice rock. Damn, that damage was sick. And it was a 1 tick, so that's really good for just clearing out a screen. So that begs the question of what's more effective to invest in, that one or this one. The Giganto 69 brain strat would say, well, do both, Alex. Cast them both and just remove all their faces. But, you know, with the cooldowns and such, it does limit our abilities to like go super ham. Still though, that was very flashy, and I liked it quite a bunch. It's the implausible amount of, yeah, if it's natural. No Man's Sky before the updates, yeah, they're I never actually played it at launch, I didn't buy it at launch. I bought it after like the third or fourth like big update. Basically when people started being like, yo, this is actually getting kind of sick. What the hell? Because yeah, when No Man's Sky first came out, it's a very tired story. I realize that a lot of people have heard it, but yeah, a lot of us know that No Man's Sky was pretty rough at first, and that the procedural generation, according to, you know, again, those who were playing it, sounded like it was pretty limited. Like it was, you were seeing a lot of the same kinds of zones, the same kinds of monsters, yada yada yada. It seemed like there was not as much variety. Like, despite there being quadrillions of planets to explore and galaxies and all that jazz, it didn't, for a lot of people at least, it didn't feel like it was worth it, because it's like, oh, I've already seen all there is to see. Like, I'm just seeing remixes of the same kind of shit, as opposed to truly new things. Also, I've charged this up. I really should have waited, but I want to see what these numbers, how these numbers compare. As we're getting multiple ticks of 31 and then 38. So oh, and it just keeps going. It's on the hunt, man. This thing's out for blood. So yeah, that's the question then. Is the big drop thing more effective, or is a smaller but still scarier or still scary orb of water that's been bigified, is that the better thing to invest into? Also, Mud Ball can slow enemies down. Probably wouldn't work on bosses. Look at that thing. This is a mini boss that I have birthed. Well, that's a pretty good long time too. And if I pop it with an earth spell, I get some, well, I don't know if it would quite work that way. If it would be big and then also give me the heals. But the fact that when you pop it with an earth spell means it gives you healing is huge. So that is a very versatile spell. You think it's still pretty limited? I've heard people say it's better. I guess in all fairness, I haven't played in, see, 2018 was the last time I played, so 4 years ago, Jesus. So it's been a minute. And I've heard it's better. I've heard it's, in a lot of ways, the game is just better. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it's still got a ways to go, though. The advertising was rough. People being like, yeah, I mean, yeah, there was over-promising. There was them, like, saying, like, there were things in the game or going to be in the game where when the game had come out, it was, like, clear from the get-go. It's like, oh, yeah, they hadn't even started all... Like, there's no indication that this feature was ever planned to be included. So there was definitely over-promising and whatnot. Of course, you know, in retrospect, you know, a lot of us have watched the Internet Historian video that kind of deep dives into those like pivotal months leading up to the game's launch, and how like they didn't really have a marketing department so much. They just had the one dude, whatever his name is, in interviews, and like he's not a marketing guy, he's a tech guy. So like you were having inexperienced people trying to market this very hyped game. Of course there were gonna be fuck ups. It doesn't really excuse it, but it's also not terribly surprising in retrospect that it was not handled well. There's the biomes, each planet is, yeah, exactly. There's lots of different biomes, different events, different monsters, and well, enemies, or just fauna and flora, just in general, not necessarily monsters, but yeah, just a lot of things to account for. Get him charged up, yeah. Although I think he might have already popped. Yeah, I think that guy, ooh, that's a good point, actually. If he pops the big orbs that I love so much, then I won't be able to rely on it as much. Also, surprisingly, this is still the best spell for these guys, it seems. Future Gen was wonky. Overpromised is usually how I think of those early months. But again, I didn't play it at launch, so I don't truly know what it was like, but just based on what everyone was saying, it seemed like it was a pretty rough one. I like how it leaves the frozen blocks in the ground. Discovering they've been lied to, yeah, or that they've been led astray. Yeah, it is the opposite of good. I'm gonna try that again. Yeah, see if that does indeed pop. The frozen boys. Seems like it popped when it touched that guy too. So I'm trying to figure out what causes the big orb to get removed. Because the enemies earlier on, it was able to like kill them and then just move on to the next victim. With nary a care in the world. Whereas certain instances caused it to just wink out. So I'm trying to assess the winkage. It's possible since these guys are Beyblades that they have like, they're like popping the bubble with their Beybladiness. I know they're not actually Beyblades, but that's where my brain goes every time I see them. I never actually watched the show or like had the toys as a kid, but I always thought they looked cool. All right, it's charged up again. Yeah, let's see if we can do some experimentation. Yeah, see this guy, he doesn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit about that guy either. Oh, maybe he didn't. Yeah, I think that was it. He didn't have they don't have their blades out right now. So in certain instances, I think that's what it is. So certain enemy types resist that shit better than others. Not what I meant to do, but sure. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, get them projectiles out. Yikes! Thing hurt. One more tick, please? Nope. Okay, fine. Do it myself. My health could use for a little bit of touching up. Oh. More juicy giblets. That's such a versatile spell. I'm really impressed by that one. I thought like on its own the scatter shot was cool, but then yeah, you feed it other spell types and it just does weird crap. Oh Jesus, great googly Batman. Let's nothing else. Get that. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. There we go. Ouch. Yeah, that's a very, very satisfying combo. So there's the boss portal. I love its splendor. Messed him up real good. Yeah, I kind of don't want to use the big one just yet. All right, is that it for this area? I've got another shot of the boss coming in hot. Ignited. Excellent. So now I need to make some decisions as far as what do I bring with me to this scary boss battle that keeps beating the crap out of me. So we've got a few options. Obviously, first and foremost, I should just go ahead and heal myself with our favorite little friend. And as we determined last time, you can try to keep him alive in the first phase. When you get to the second phase, though, it becomes nigh impossible because you got those projectiles coming in from both sides. I'm gonna actually go in attempting to block with Firewall. Because there's a chance that I'm overestimating the level of those projectiles. I thought I was seeing things that said level 20, which would mean that, yeah, that Firewall wouldn't block those Geomancy spells to throw in, but maybe it's not as dire as I think it is. So all right, I need to make a choice here. I need to nix something, and I also need some kind of heal thing. Now this plus this can heal in a pinch, but I would also like for it to be damage dealing. And then there's the giant meteor attack that I also like. Ooh, I can't have everything. I have to make some decisions here. And of course I could always switch it on the fly if I can find a moment of peace. So let's do this. It pains me to do this, but I'm going to get rid of I'm gonna switch out my current favorite, my baby, for this guy, and I'm also gonna get rid of the fireball then, because I really wouldn't have any need for fire on its own. But then, question of, I haven't even tried that spell out yet, but again, it probably wouldn't work for bosses. Yeah, probably Ronin's shield. What else would be good? Now, I'm a little bit hesitant to like big time switch out my shortcuts, but the idea of having both of these being for defensive sounds nice. And then also, I think I'll get this guy in there. That's the projectile blocker, which will come in handy. So let's do this. Have it ordered thus, where these two together work very well, since they spawn additional scatter shots that are really nice. These two work together very well. Makes a big water sphere. This works together, excuse me, really well. These two, because it causes the water sphere to pop and gives us heals. This also works well because it causes this to spew ice shards, which is great. And these will all be for defense. So, them's our marching orders. Let's see how it goes. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that. We're going with one of these queued up. I'm scared, man. This is a tough fight. Oh, whoops. Oh, I missed. Whoops, it is. Yeah, I guess I forgot. It looks like this isn't the actual boss battle yet. This is leading to the boss battle. So never mind. I hyped that all up. All for me to forget that, oh, we're not actually there yet. But that's fine. That gives me more practice with this loadout here. Get more used to the... Whoops. It's more used to the new bevy of shortcuts to work with here. Yeah, so that one heals me. Does it heal bad guys? I don't think it does. And look at that, you don't even have to pop it. You just have to cast this a few times. Okay, then it pops after a while. Probably when it's leveled up. It doesn't pop as easily. My adoration for that spell keeps getting greater and greater. The only foil is that it takes a full minute to recharge with spell cooldown, but it needs some kind of foil because otherwise it would be ridiculously overpowered. I know I've made many references to this, but I think about like the Frozen Orb spell in Diablo 2, and then I compare that to how those kinds of things work in Diablo 3. Because in Diablo 2, a spell was only limited by your character's casting delay, or casting, the rate of your casting rate, and how quickly you could click the right click button on your mouse. Whereas in Diablo 3 and beyond, they've like manually put in cooldowns for things. So like, I was raised in the more old school philosophy of spellcasting. So, but I get it though. I get where, yeah, if you've balanced around the idea of not being able to just spam something, it makes perfect sense. Because there were some builds in, like, again, in Diablo 2 that were just a little bit overpowered. Now let's see. I'm gonna guess you probably want earth. You probably want fire that I will cast vertically. Or I could just bring out fireball once. How's about this? Did that work? There we go. Okay, so it was just for more of the upgrade crystals, but I'll take it. That is good. That's still going, by the way. Let's charge this thing up. This is my favorite, but it takes a minute. Yeah, get their asses. Oh, he still popped it though. Again, yeah, that is the true one downside. I don't know why I ignored that guy so casually. would like to find an instance where there's those dudes that were throwing those projectiles at me, so I could really test. Oh, big ice! Look at that. So I could really test how that's gonna work. Those drill projectiles. Oh. There we go. That, because that by itself is actually pretty nice too. Such a good, like, series of possibilities. A scatter shot with any of the things we have on our belt. It's pretty nice. Okay, okay. Here's the big shit. Here it is. This is where the scary stuff lurks. Let's get a quick heal and have to wait 60 seconds before I can switch off from it. So yeah, again, we're gonna be trying the fire shield and hoping for the darn doodliest. It means that we won't be relying so much early at all on the Thorn Patch plus fire combo that I love so dearly. But we have enough other damage dealers where I think we'll be okay. Or I could maybe switch if I'm, well, again, I could switch on the fly, but it's a little bit trickier to do so. But I'm wondering if this works, I wouldn't really need Ronin's shield as much. And if that's the case, I could then use the Falling Star with all these other projectile spamming things that I have to make some goofy shit happen. It does scale with the power level. We've maxed that shit out. Yeah. So, I will still stick with this guy. We'll see. I think I'll leave this as it is. But yeah, if Fire Shield works, we might not really need Ronin's shield. And if we don't... yeah, that's really tempting. What's the cooldown on that bad boy? 27 seconds. It's not half bad. 12 seconds of protection. Plus, you know, minus the 27-second cooldown. Or I guess 27 seconds minus 12. So that's 15 seconds of vulnerability for clicking it frequently. So that's pretty darn good. Although it has limited protection. It's not forever. And it's better at blocking. How? That's good to know. Because this is mostly Geomancy spells. So, you know what? I think that is enough to tell me that, yeah, I should be doing this one instead. Just fireballs. Okay. Alright, I think I've got my marching orders. Let's try this out and... here we go. Hold my beer. I'm gonna come out swinging. Now let's see if they can pop this. Oh, right. I was trying to line up my shots. Yikes. Already off to a good start. Already at about half health. Very good. Oh, gosh. I get down here. I'm waiting for the projectiles. Here they come. Okay, so it's level 25. Oh, that was nice that we blocked this thing. I think that's what that was. So it seems like it is blocking, actually. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I should have tried this from the get-go then. So it doesn't last forever. That is good damage. Oh my god, it is removing his health. Oh my god. So that was a single casting. Well, not a single casting, but a single successful combination of these two spells, and it pretty much single-handedly killed the boss. I didn't even get to use our cool Falling Star spell. I feel like a fool, but wow, that was remarkable. So yes, evidence indeed that this combination, I love it, but it might be overpowered. Oh man, I don't think a single combination like that is supposed to just practically one-shot a boss, but damn, that was sick. I love that combo so much. I bet a lot of players when they play this game and they discover this combo, it's like, oh boy. But again, you have to like set up for it. So that's where there's like a risk reward element to it. But ooh, doggy, that was tasty. So now, head back to town. Now that we've killed both of the big bads, upgrade my stuff. Although I didn't really get a whole lot of, well, I got a few new things. Really, at this rate, it's like, let me just upgrade things haphazardly. For the heck of it. Yeah, was there anything? Actually, how's about this? Yeah, firewall. Oh, it's already max level. Never mind. So at this point, let me just upgrade whatever I don't have upgraded. Just because I might as well. I've got a bunch of power stones I'm sitting on. Might as well put them to work. Put them to twerk. In fact, I think that's all of them. I think we've leveled up everything, yeah. And we still have this mystery tab. Who knows what's behind that mystery tab? So yeah, we've upgraded everything. So we are max upgraded. We're not max cooldown upgraded, if that's the right word for it. We still have lots of room here. Yeah, mud ball, which we did upgrade. 900. We have quite a bit actually. But man, I mean, I just love both of these so much. It behooves me to get these both charged up. Even an instant cast should be sick, although I don't think we have nearly enough. But yeah, since I'm hedging so many of my bets on this combination here, it stands to reason I should make them both as nice as possible. I guess I should focus really on this one because it's still such that much higher casting time. 1.6 seconds is, you know, it still has room to improve. And in fact, we can still scrounge up a couple upgrades. So with that, so that might be the end of the new content to explore. Because yeah, in the demo it was just the water zone. This time around we have the water and then the earth zone. That earth boss was a lot harder right up until we found two things really. When we found that, sure enough, despite the fact that it was saying that there were projectiles that were level 25, we were able to block the geomancy projectiles. So maybe those were not level 25 necessarily, but others were. So we were able to block with firewall. That was huge. And then yes, so for defense, we were in a much more comfortable position. Then for offense, we were able to do some real big numbers. So yeah, I think that might be the end of the Scholar of the Arcane Arts portion of tonight's stream. But thank you again to Endo for one thing, for making a dope ass game that's still very much in progress. It sounds like he's got a lot of ideas and things he still wants to do. He was talking earlier about some usability things he wants to implement. So I would imagine game development, it's probably like there's always like a bajillion things you want to do, but only so much time in the day to do them. And you know what, shout out to Endo for like, you know, seeking out streamers and encouraging them to try his game. I bet that's weird watching somebody play your game on a live stream. They're enjoying your creation. This is your baby that you're in the process of birthing, and they're you know, experiencing it while it's still in the womb. And I'm sure that's probably like a strange sensation, but I'm grateful to Endo for his willingness to have people try it out, have streamers try it out. Yeah. I would hope that people wouldn't be like mean, because again, you know, this is a pre-early access game, so of course there will be things where there's more changes and more things to be done. But I mean, I'm liking it so far. I'm legitimately enjoying discovering new spells and trying new combos and dealing with some challenges, which is nice to see. Some challenging bosses and shit. I think I died like 3 or 4 times tonight. But no, this is some good shit, and I'm liking it so far. And I'd imagine Endo probably has a lot that he has in his mind. Him and or his team. I don't know if it's him by himself or he's got a team of homies, but it's pretty good so far, friends.